Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at ChrisCrainHyundai.com.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on it every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Put a sheet on it. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Put a sheet on it. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
I'll be honest, I love clearance sales for the great prices, but what I really love is the thrill of the hunt. And right now at Kohl's Ultimate Clearance Event, there are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. I just went and saved 70% on cute dresses, cozy sweaters, pajamas for my whole family, and that was just the start. So if you also enjoy seeking out big savings, get to Kohl's, where the hunt is on. Select styles, offers end January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
It's your Razor Hog update on Out of Bounds, giving you updates from the hill. Presented by Bradford Marine and ATV, now carrying the 1650 Duck Boat, featuring a heavy-duty built timber hull.
Join the zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their game balls and jock straps on the zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for game balls and jock straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-owned staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to hims.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
Arkansas broadcast legend Craig O'Neill joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Petit Jean Meats, locally owned and operated for 4 generations. With Petit Jean Meats, people always know where their meat is coming from, made right here in Arkansas.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name.
Leonard throws wide open. Jaden Greathouse avoided Jalen Reed and scores. 54 yards.
How do they play it with 47 seconds to go? Are you aggressive or are you cautious?
I'm aggressive. I mean, I got 2 timeouts. I feel like the momentum's been back and forth. The quarterback, for the most part, all season long, his whole career, Drew Aller's made good decisions. He's got 50-plus touchdowns, only 9 career interceptions. Not not likely a guy that's going to put the ball in harm's way. I trust him. I think he can do it, and I would empower him in this situation to drive him down the field for a game-winning field goal.
Allard hit as he throws, and it is intercepted to give Notre Dame the lead in the final second. 41-yard attempt. Snap and hold are good. The kick is good. Three-man rush. Allard, here come the laterals. Warren levels it off. Harrison Wallace sends it back to Allard. And that's out of bounds and ends the game. Notre Dame has won the Orange Bowl, and Marcus Freeman is taking them to the championship game.
Why should he worry when he's nice and warm? His gal by his side.
All right, welcome in to the zone. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And last night, let it be Irish snow. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish find a way to get past Penn State after a big mistake by Drew Allard late in the game. An interception on his third read. And unfortunately for Penn State, they come up short. But hey, kudos to the Fighting Irish, DJ. They keep finding a way. We are at the Marine Expo, the Arkansas Marine Expo, the premier boat show in all of Arkansas today. And kicking it at the State House Convention Center. And DJ, it is a mess downtown. It's a mess all over Arkansas, but the show must go on, just like the zone.
Yeah, the show is going on. This showroom is impressive. Josh, I don't know if you can pull up the other camera feed, have like a little foreshot. Maybe we'll do that here at some point. Some big boats. You want to know what $500,000 will get you for one boat? Well, I can show it to you if y'all go ahead and hop on over. Right here. But, yeah, it is an unfortunate situation for it to be the first day of this thing because it's a little wild out there, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to those streets.
No doubt. Well, here's the good news, and it is going to get better over the next 24 hours. And the show is 10 to 8 today and tomorrow and 10 to 5 on Sunday. And so for those of you who are hunkering down, I'm sure by Sunday or maybe even Saturday afternoon, you're going to be getting a little stir crazy. You're going to want to get out. And this is a great thing for all the kids to go to. And, again, it's a huge space. You can get some steps in after you've been sitting around probably drinking a bunch of hot cocoa and eating food and all that kind of thing. So if you want to get out, and then they're also doing some giveaways, too. You can win a new Sea-Doo Spark courtesy of BRP and Bradford Marine and ATV. Again, all you can do is go by. It's $10 for adults. Kids 12 and under are free. And it's going on all weekend long, but it gets underway today. We are opening the doors as we speak, and you are welcome to go on in. And if you do, you might have the show to yourself for just a little bit. Along with all the great boat dealers. So, anyway.
Does that make your odds a little bit better to win that Sea-Doo if you're the only one here?
Well, they're not going to give it away until Sunday, so no. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people rolling in there. Yeah, it'd be nice if they gave one every time. But, yeah, no doubt. So, about the game last night, I tweeted out late last night that it was coaching malpractice on the part of James Franklin. And, it's interesting. The thing is, look, obviously Allard made a bad decision. And when he gets to his third read and throws into tight coverage, and he admitted he said he was trying to dirt it. We got the explanation from him, but let's hear from him, and then I'll tell you what my thoughts were on the play and kind of that whole scenario there. After they get the ball back late in the game, you heard McElroy's take, and look, this kid has been great. There's no doubt about it. He's a junior. He's got a bunch of touchdowns. I think he's at 52 or 3. I have it written down here somewhere. 53 touchdowns. That was his 10th interception of his career. So to McElroy's point, I mean, he is certainly a guy you feel like you can trust. And I thought he played pretty darn well considering his numbers weren't great. I thought he picked it up in the second half. He looked comfortable. He looked confident. But I still don't think you take that chance there because I was thinking to myself, the one thing you cannot do is turn it over. If you end up going to overtime, you're the better offense anyway. If you go to overtime, fine. But and I'm not for laying back and just trying to get to overtime, but I'm like, you gotta maybe do some rollouts. And, make it to me, you just got to make it where you can't throw to a guy. I mean, you had your tight end open all night, too. Where's he? So, I don't know. It's just, I was frustrated by the whole scenario there. I want to get your thoughts on that. I can't wait to talk to Coach Kelly about this because I know he was on Penn State, and they certainly had their chances. They had a huge breakdown defensively, gave up a long touchdown. He had 2 defensive backs fall down on the same play. and they got their easy touchdown. Other than that, it was a grind. Notre Dame had a great drive to start the second half that kind of got them back into things, and obviously they had sort of answered before the end of the half too. But anyway, let's hear from Aller about the mistake and the decision he made.
Yeah, I mean, I was going through my progression, got to the backside, and honestly, I was just trying to dirt it at his feet, but I mean, I should have just thrown it away when I felt the first two progressions not open just because of the situation we were in, but I was just trying to dirt it at Amari's feet, but just didn't execute what I was trying to do.
When you get the ball, getting back in Penn State territory, you don't have a lot of time to work with, and I'm all for being aggressive, but there's a line between reckless and aggressive. And I'm all for being aggressive, but I just didn't like that play call. And, again, dropping him back in the pocket. Too many things can go wrong. You get bumped, the ball pops out. I mean, obviously you throw a pick. I'm not saying don't throw it, but I just think you got to do something that's a little higher percentage there. And once you get to your third read, you either taking a sack's not always the worst thing in the world.
I'm looking at this play right now, and him saying he's trying to dirt it. There's no way. That's if that's his attempt at throwing the ball away, that's pretty poor. No, he tried to sneak that one in there. You talked about Greg McElroy. What do you think about his take as Notre Dame had the ball and they were going down trying to go ahead? It was tied up, and he said with about 28 seconds left, it was like 2nd and 5. They were on their maybe 37-yard line, and he was telling them whatever they do, they must not score. Get the first down and try to, down yourself within the 10-yard line, and then nil it a couple times and then kick the field goal with no time on the clock. And I'm thinking, well, what are we doing, right?
Right.
If you have an opportunity to score in that moment, you have to score, right?
100%. I never want to leave it up to a kicker because too many things go wrong. Bad snap. Listen, that ball was wild that kid kicked last night, and he hasn't had a lot of success this year either. He's a 50% guy on the year. He's been really good in the playoffs. But that ball, for some reason, I don't know if you saw the replay, was edging out to the right and somehow came back to the left at the end and got through the uprights. But, I mean, I'm never, ever going to lay on a kicker if I don't have to, or rely on a kicker if I don't have to. I definitely want to try to score a touchdown if I can. And I'm like, look, it's not Tom Brady on their side, with all respect to Drew Aller and their offense, but I'm like, give him the ball with 15 seconds left, and you got to make one stop over 15 seconds. I'll take my chances if we're by 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I thought that was a very interesting take because usually Greg, for the most part, I
He's
really
awesome.
agree with a lot of things he says. That one kind of caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan, but I don't agree with that one either. Tonight, you get Ohio State, Texas. That is our question of the day today. Not who do you think will win? Who are you rooting for tonight? And I think the perfect answer came from one of our listeners early on. She said, could you make a third option for both of them to lose? And I said, I would love that, but I don't think that's very realistic. Mm-hmm. So who are you going to be rooting for tonight? Do you have a rooting interest? I don't have any money in the game anymore either because I had a 2-team parlay going with Penn State. Yeah. Obviously, I'm out, so I'm stuck. But what do you
Ohio State.
You are?
Yeah. And I full disclosure, that is extremely biased because Texas sometimes I can't help it. That's how I am.
You're wired that way.
I am wired that way.
Well, my biggest thing is I compared Texas to Notre Dame today. I don't think they have been that sexy. I think, they both have plenty of weapons. I mean, Texas obviously has a better overall, or at least I think it's obvious, they have a better overall roster. But Notre Dame just keeps finding a way to win, no matter how they have to do it. And Texas is the same way. It's not overly impressive most times, but they find a way to win. So it would not surprise me at all if they found a way to win. And I think you are insane if you are writing off Notre Dame like they can't possibly win this game. I saw it today, and again, this is like the most ESPN thing ever. They're so dumb. The little blurb says, this is their discussion point. Can Notre Dame win the national championship? Can they win the championship? Hell yes, they can win the championship. They're in the game. Are you out of your mind? Can they win? I mean, we won't argue whether you think they're going to win. That's a different argument. But can they win? That's just such a dumb, lazy, just like, I don't know. I don't know who's producing that show, but my God, what are we doing? That's such a stupid question.
You said that, Notre Dame and Texas just seem to always find ways to win. I think one thing that's really helped them out, especially when you look at Notre Dame, not only are they just finding ways to win, they also don't make mistakes to hurt their chances of winning. Right? I mean, I think their turnover ratio was number 3 in the country, and so I think Texas is that same way. They don't make a lot of big mistakes, and it also just seems like the other teams time up to shoot themselves in the foot a lot. But I mean, that's a part of playing clean football, and it's a part of being disciplined, and that's just a nod at coaching of making sure your guys don't hurt themselves. I mean,
well,
how many times has Arkansas hurt themselves this past year? All the time.
A lot. You're right. Well, listen, they had 2 picks, last night, and they overcame that. So,
yeah, that's wild. What else is on the menu today?
Well, we can talk about the NFL. We got Clint Stoerner coming up a little early because Nancy Holthus is not going to join us from Oaklawn because they are not running at Oaklawn. So we're going to talk to Clint at 10:30 so we can talk college football with him. We can talk about the NFL playoff games. We've got some sound from some of the parties involved, and we've got a little preview of Arkansas and Florida we're going to talk about. It's been a very tough game. Arkansas potentially 0-3, DJ, in conference play to start the season. Not good. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. So hope that doesn't
somebody
happen.
post earlier that it's starting to bite them in the butt with this 9-man roster. What do you think about that?
Dumb.
Too soon for that?
Yeah, dumb take.
To be saying
Lazy
that stuff? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, how many players do you think are playing at these other schools? I mean, I haven't looked at Florida's minutes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody's playing 12. What do you think? People are playing 12 dudes?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't looked at Florida's complete stats, but I mean, I was looking at their schedule a little bit. I mean, they're I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'd be surprised they're playing more than 10 dudes.
I was talking about the basketball team to a very passionate fan, and he was telling me that they
Is this
just
Pat
seem
Walker?
No. He told me they just seem flat. Do you get that feeling when they play?
I really was excited. I thought they were trending the right way, but the last couple of games have not been particularly good. So, I don't know. Maybe that's fair.
Very flat.
Florida's playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players, substantial minutes. There have been 8 players that have played in 14 of their 15 games or more, and so their rotation's even a little tighter. So put the 9-person argument away. Now,
but Arkansas did have 2 guys play under 5 minutes.
May I finish? Ivisic being hurt does not help their cause by any stretch of the imagination. So we do need him to get healthy. He would have played a lot of minutes the other night if he was healthy, but he wasn't. So the plan is not to play him 5 minutes, and you know that, Josh. So he needs to get healthy. They were going to play him a lot. Calipari said that after the game the other day.
Josh, what you up to today, man? He was struggling. Oh, he's on the phone. Yeah, I'm going to let Josh was getting a little frustrated yesterday.
About what?
Just get a little frustrated yesterday.
With what?
Huh?
With what?
No, you got on their skin a little bit.
I got under his skin?
I heard my name. What's up?
Yeah, nothing.
I was on the phone.
TJ said I got under your skin yesterday, Josh. I cannot believe that.
Under my skin? No.
Justin does a good job about getting under people's skin.
It was not under my skin. Is not that. I was a little frustrated, but that's just mostly because it was back to back. That's why I was a little frustrated. Yeah,
we were all frustrated yesterday. There were a lot of issues out of our control yesterday that we couldn't do anything about. So.
I'm good. I just had to answer phones. That's why.
Yeah, that's good. Well, if you want to put their names on there, we'll go to them.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah,
that's okay. That'd be helpful. With us both on the road, we kind of need it, but if you don't mind. The Arkansas game with Florida tomorrow, 3 o'clock tip, 2:30 pregame on the Buzz, and I think we're all good to go. I've not heard any issues with travel for Florida. Hey, by the way, how about a game ball to Arkansas's women? Got a win last night on the road at Auburn, and admittedly, Auburn's not great, but those are the games you got to win. Izzy Higginbottom, DJ, continuing to get the job done. They had one player in double figures. It was her. She is her. 36 points. 36 points. Arkansas had 59 total. They win the game by 1. And Izzy, 36. Just an absolute star.
Did she transfer from last year? Was it A-State?
She was at Arkansas State. Yep.
Hopefully she sticks around a while.
Well, I don't know how much money they got for NIL, but they better give it all to her because she is carrying the load up there in a big way, no doubt about it. 501-661-1037 if you want to join us. Josh, you want to just run through these if you know who they are?
Yes, we have Joe on line 1.
Okay, let's talk to Joe. What's up, Joe?
What up, Jay? Hey,
how are you?
Did y'all see Anthony Black get posterized last night by Anthony Edwards?
I did not.
Oh, it was on the ESPN app. As soon as I opened it up after the game last night, it was like the top thing. So you have to look that up. Anyways, second of all, I'm off work today for the first time in a long time, so I'm kind of going back between the Buzz app and watching ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say, they can't talk about the game. They have to talk about how the SEC has lost its swag and they're not any good anymore. And the only person on there is Cam Newton, who is crazy by all means. We all know that. But he's the only person sticking up for the SEC. You know, I just don't understand that we have 1 year where Alabama, Ole Miss are all beating up on each other. And I don't like Texas with any desire at all, but now I'm rooting for them. So I hope they win it all. But anyway, That's all I had, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, listen, here's the deal. I bet on Penn State, but the outcome I'm hoping for is for Notre Dame to be the national champions. I love Marcus Freeman. I really do. He's so much that's right about football, and he's just a young, engaging dude. He seems really humble. He's so easy to root for. And I grew up liking Notre Dame anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. We're going to get a couple more calls, and then we can, if you get somebody to visit with DJ, we can get somebody on from the Marine Expo. That's really what we're here about today. We're all about the Marine Expo.
Lining that up. They're about to come and sit down and hang out with us a little bit. And also, too, you see that stream? Puts his camera over. You see that bad boy right there?
I see that bad boy right there. If you're watching the stream, it's a bad boy. What kind of boat is that?
That's a Cobalt.
Yep.
He said a bunch of numbers and letters after that. I can't remember exactly what he said.
I don't think it's true. It's not that relevant.
About $500,000 get you this right here. $500,000.
I like it.
A little over. You should see the inside. I'll try to get my phone and do something on social at some point and kind of go around the showroom and see what's going on around here.
Can I ask you a question, DJ, a personal question?
You about to ask me about my coat while it's still on?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's been asking me about my coat. You're about to ask
You
me
wore your
something?
coat and your hat all day yesterday in the studio, too. I'm just curious.
Well, it was cold in the studio yesterday, but I will say right now I am.
You know we have control over that.
No, the heat's not working.
Boom.
The heat's set at 75 right now. It's 65 in here.
Nobody told me this.
So there's that one. And this one, I forgot to bring. I've been.
Did you tell anybody that there was an issue with the heat in the studio, or just expect it to magically fix itself?
Are you talking to DJ or myself?
Both of you.
All right.
It's
what?
always cold in there. What are you talking
No,
about?
it's okay.
No, but we have control over it, and if it's not working, we need to alert somebody so they can fix it.
Anyway, I'm not taking my. All I got is a.
Did you
turtle.
tell anybody?
Right,
Anybody tell anybody?
I will take care of it.
really
I will take
don't
care
wanna-
of it.
I feel like this is too whatever. You know, just.
I think you
in a
look great.
turtleneck.
You look like you're ready for a role in a movie.
I know it's too much. I don't like it. I feel like
I can't tell if you look like you're an assassin or a bank robber or what.
Yeah.
You look like a bad dude. I like it.
It looks good with the coat on, but without the coat, I feel like a tool.
I think you look great.
So, yeah.
I think you need to take your hat off. I want to see that head.
You want to see that?
Hey, let's see it. Let's see that. Let's see that gorgeous head. Oh yeah! Now we're in it. Let's go.
Wow.
It's too
Look
much.
at that handsome
I'm
devil.
gonna put my coat back on. It's too much.
You are nuts. All right, let's go to JW, who's on line 2. What's up, man?
Hey, Penn State may have lost the game, guys, but they set a record that will probably never be broken ever in that game again, and it's pretty phenomenal. Do you know what that is?
What's that?
Not one receiver caught the ball in that game. There's never been a bowl game.
Yeah.
They were all tight ends and running backs. Not one reception for a receiver in that game. That's crazy. That will probably never be done again.
No, I think not.
Y'all be careful. I'm out.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's been a huge problem for them all year. Like last week, Allard threw some really good balls, and they dropped probably 3 or 4 touchdowns. And this game, they had to scheme a lot of stuff. I mean, Warren, they just kept feeding, but they had to scheme a lot of stuff open for the running backs. They could not get the receivers open.
Bad receivers.
Bad.
He missed a bunch of open guys, though. Not a bunch, but he missed a few. He overshot. I think he's thinking he was all keyed up. I think he's just too hyped. And sometimes that happens, but I think he overshot a couple guys on some routes down the sideline that were open, and he just way overshot him. So I don't know what his deal was last night, but he picked a bad day to have a bad day.
And he short-armed that one at the end zone in the first quarter.
Yeah,
he short-armed that one pretty badly.
Yep. And didn't they have a drop on a touchdown pass they ended up kicking a field goal on?
That might have been the drop. I mean, it was a short-arm drop /
It was first
bad
half.
throw. Yes,
I think it was their
quarter.
first field goal. Yeah. No, that's that. You can't make mistakes like that against a team. Because the thing about Notre Dame is, like, if you just let them hang around, they're going to get you. I mean, it just sucks for anybody they're playing against. But I will tell you this, and not to go all like Hugh Freeze on you, but if they were playing next week, I'd bet on Penn State again. Maybe I'm the only one.
I would
get
too.
Stan in here. Yeah. Stan, what's up?
Justin, my man. How you doing?
I am fine, Stan. How are you?
All right. What say, DJ?
Hey, well, Stan, you tell me. What's going on, man?
Can I keep it real?
Always.
Hey, all thing about your basketball team, they got a good team. Don't get me wrong. They got some good players. They just played too many cupcake teams in the preseason, and it's regular season now, and it's about to it's finna catch up with them. And them other team been playing. I've been looking. I kept up with it. The other team been playing big time team.
No,
but if Calipari don't start coming with that 40 minutes of hell, like Nolan Richardson, they're not gonna win too many conference games.
Stan.
That's all I got to say. Y'all have a good day.
Stan, have you ever considered... Stan. Are you there?
No, I got rid of him. I thought you were to make your point to him.
Oh. Did you hang up on him?
Yeah, well, that didn't seem like it was going to be...
I'll take the callers, Josh.
All right.
Here's how we do it. I'll take the callers on the air, and I'll get rid of them.
All right.
Here's what I was going to tell Stan. All-time lazy take, and you don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know who you talk to get it, and it's the same repeated thing. So, listen, JW's off my list. Stan's going on it. Don't call it the same lazy take. I don't need to hear about Nolan Richardson in the 40 minutes of hell again. That's a dumb take because it's not happening, and nobody plays like that anymore. Stop it. You sound dumb. And I love you, Stan, but knock it off. Arkansas played the number one team at the time in an exhibition. They played a top 10 team in Baylor. They played a ranked team in Illinois. They go on the road to play. They go on the road and play Miami, which again, Miami's maybe not the best Miami version of all time, but they went on the road in a true road game. They played Michigan in the Jimmy V Classic and won by a couple of points, a ranked team. So your take is ridiculous. And again, everybody plays some cupcakes in the non-con. That's how college basketball works. So that was a lazy, silly take, Stan, and I love you. Happy New Year. Have a nice day. Let's hit the break.
Hey, it's Chuck the Promo Guy. Join me every Tuesday morning at 8:30 for Check In with Chuck, brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports in Russellville. And get caught up with everything that's going on at the Buzz. It's brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Sea-Doo. Whether you're on the road, on the water, or in the trails, they have the ride for you.
This is SportsCenter.
Penn State and Notre Dame deliver in semifinal number 1 of the first 12-team expanded playoff. It was a 27-24 victory for the Irish in Miami at the Orange Bowl. It was Mitch Jeter with less than 10 seconds left who hit a 40-yard field goal to put the Irish up for good and give them that 27-24 victory. Notre Dame will make their first appearance in the national championship game since the 2013 national title against Alabama. Their opponent will be settled tonight when Ohio State meets Texas in the Cotton Bowl at 6:30 on ESPN. Ohio State is a 6-point favorite. Also in football news, the LA Rams and Vikings playoff game that will take place on Monday night is being moved from Los Angeles to Arizona due to the wildfires. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavaca?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Looking for a pickup truck that works as hard as you do? Watney Chevrolet in Jacksonville has you covered. Right now, get behind the wheel of a powerful Chevy Silverado and enjoy no payments for 90 days. These trucks are built for strength, safety, and unbeatable performance, making them the perfect partner for any job. Don't wait. Head over to Watney Chevrolet at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville for your test drive, or explore our inventory online at GuadneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun Boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, eat my catfish.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. David, thank you for your passion and hard work on Morning Mayhem and your many other endeavors. And you can catch the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year along with Roger, Justin, and Josh right here on the Buzz on Morning Mayhem, weekdays from 6 to 10. Congrats, Baz, and here's to a great 2025.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, then you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Or X, if you're a nerd. Now, let's get back into The Zone.
I'm living in that 21st century.
Stoerner, play action, looking, pumps, throws down the middle. Touchdown! Arkansas! Oh, my!
Clint Stoerner is brought to you by Crain Hyundai of Conway.
Stoerner throws, caught. Emmanuel Smith breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Visit them in Conway today or check out ChrisCrainHyundai.com.
Play fake, Stoerner steps out of trouble. Wow. To a wide open receiver. It's Cobb towards the end zone. Touchdown!
All right, Clint Stoerner joining us. We are at the Arkansas Marine Expo, and I know Ken Griffey is hanging out with DJ under the roof there in a nice warm environment trying to sell some boats, and it's the premier show. Clint, good to have you on, and Ken, good to have you with us as well. Gentlemen, good morning.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm awesome. Clint, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. You said Ken Griffey. I thought DJ was hanging out with one of them Griffey boys, them baseball players, man. I thought you had Ken Griffey Jr. in the house, man.
Yeah, Clint. The talent level and the bank accounts say otherwise.
No, Clint, we got the right Ken Griffey because you talked about you doing your little thing on the patio, and you said you're on the water out there in Houston.
Yeah.
Gotta get a nice ride. Got to get a nice ride out there. And I'm looking at some boats right now. I don't know if you can look at the stream, but right behind Ken right now, you have about a $500,000 boat. I think would look nice parked out on your dock out there, Clint.
That's right, Clint. Come on down, buddy. We'll make you a deal, man.
Hey, boys, I ain't got the money to fix my pier and my dock, much less one of them boats. But hey, if y'all need somebody to demo one for a couple of months, I know a guy.
Yeah.
You got a guy. I got you.
Hey, before we dive in on football, let's talk to Ken for a minute, and then we'll let him get back to work. I know he's trying to get the show off the ground a little bit here. So, Ken, as far as this one goes, I said it off the top. I mean, obviously we're dealing with some hairy weather in Little Rock, but it's going to melt over the next couple of days. And the good news is you guys are there 10 to 8 tomorrow, and you guys are there on Sunday as well. People are going to be going stir crazy who don't get out of their house over the next day or so. So I know it's not ideal way to start things, but you guys have plenty of opportunities for people to get over there and see all the offerings.
Yeah, no question. That's why we have a 3-day show. That's a good point, Justin. I mean, look, winter's here, but if you want a little slice of summertime, State House Convention Center and Marine Expo is the place to be. Friday 10 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, Sunday 10 to 5. So, look, it's a great opportunity to come down. The surplus of boats is incredible right now. The 2025s just came out. So, if you wait to buy your boat in May, June, the inventory is going to be light, and the prices are going to be at retail level. Look, the reason we have this show in January and have them in February is because the manufacturers are giving incentives, rebates, and discounts that you can't get any other time of the year. So, folks, here's the end game. If you're looking to buy a boat this year, come to the show. You're going to get the best price and you're going to get the best selection.
And, Justin, I want to reiterate what he said to make sure our listeners heard that. If you are in the market for the boat, you've been talking about it for a few years, and this is the year to get it done. Ken, like I said, to make sure I'm just hearing you right, you will not find a better price than what you will find here over this weekend. So if you're trying to save money, because it's a big purchase, no doubt about it, the best price will be right here at the convention center.
No question. And we're going to make somebody a happy camper by the end of this thing. We're going to give away a new 2025 Sea-Doo Spark. It's with a trailer. It's a $10,000 value. No purchase necessary. Come to the show. Drop your name in the hopper. We'll draw Sunday night. Somebody's going to drive away with that cool prize.
That's awesome.
How many different dealers do you have there?
So we've got Bradford Marine, we've got Lacey's, we've got Futural Marine, we've got Sunrise Marine, we got Brooks Marine, we got Get Outdoors, we've got Gregor Marine. So we have filled 100,000 square feet full of, and every square inch is covered with boats. With personal watercraft, with booths and food and fun. So, if you're looking to wear the kids out, I know they're going to start driving you crazy here in the next day or two from being away from school. Bring them down here. Let them run around out here, crawl on these cool boats, and make it a family weekend at the boat show.
I love it. Ken, our question of the day today is, who are you rooting for tonight? I know you're rooting for a great show this weekend, but you rooting for Texas or Ohio State, or indifferent about the whole thing?
Man, this is a tough one for me. Ohio State. It's hard for me, but look, man, I grew up, not really liking the Big Orange of Texas. So
right.
I'm gonna begrudgingly go with Ohio State. What a game last night! How physical. Yeah. That was to me just a classic matchup, and I congratulate Notre Dame. So I'm thinking Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Notre Dame, Ohio State. I think you're probably right. That's what I would probably vote for. Let's get Clint's take on this one, and we'll talk about getting you a boat later, Clint. But let's start with how Notre Dame got there last night, and I want to talk to you especially about that endgame scenario. And obviously for Aller, it's just the worst case scenario, and you hate it for him. He had a really good year. He's had 3 good seasons at Penn State. He's at 53, I think, touchdowns, and that was his 10th pick he threw last night. But just really a tough situation there, and it's an end-of-game scenario. The worst thing you can do is turn it over. I mean, because if you don't happen to score, you're going to overtime. What did you think about the way they attacked there late in the game?
Well, they clearly weren't prepared for the moment. I mean, I don't have a problem with you putting it in your quarterback's hand, especially when it's a guy that's as talented and as gifted as Drew Aller is, and to your point, I mean, for the most part, this year he had protected the football, and I understand them trusting him in that moment. I think the bigger takeaway for me is knowing your personnel for Penn State. You clearly have a quarterback that I think next year is going to be a top 10 pick more than likely with how gifted the kid is, but you got to find him some weapons, and you got to know your personnel. In that moment, if you don't have, like literally guys on both sides of the football last night, I don't think there was one wide receiver in that game that would be in the top 3 for either team tonight. And so knowing your personnel and knowing, hey, I don't have guys that can separate. We haven't separated from this defense all night long. Let me avoid the bad situation from getting a strip sack or my quarterback having to throw a tight ball into coverage. I think it was a poor decision overall, given who they are, not necessarily because they trusted the quarterback or the quarterback made a poor decision. Sure, it was. It was a pick. It's on the quarterback 10 out of 10 times. But I thought Penn State and James Franklin did a piss-poor job of protecting him.
That's exactly what I thought. And I didn't like the play. I didn't like the way they did things. I would have liked to have rolled them out and make sure you got a very, very high percentage play because, again, the number one thing you can't do is turn it over. The number one thing you can't do is throw that pick there. And I thought through the game, Clint, and watching it, they averaged almost 5 yards a carry. Those 2 backs are animals. I mean, just beasts. And I thought they maybe could have ridden the run game a little bit more than they did. They kept taking shots downfield, and I know they want to do that to keep them honest, but they didn't make any connections there, and I don't know if Aller was too keyed up. We talked about him missing a couple of open guys on some routes down the sideline, but I would have liked to have seen him ride the run game a little bit more.
Well, it's so hard when you've got to be perfect, right? Take this from a guy that had Anthony Lucas, who I mean, I had the fortune of being bad. He would make me look good, right? Think about being a quarterback and you don't have the size or you don't have the speed to get over the top and create any level of separation. The only way that they could do anything in the pass game was at 44, who, by the way, is an absolute monster. I hope he ends up with the Texans. He is a beast, DJ. I know you liked watching him play, and have liked watching him play all year. With the exception of scheming him open on some of those climb routes across the field, the scheme is lacks creativity. The weapons, the explosivity's not there. to your point again, your point is exactly why, I feel the way I do. Is those are your two best players. Get to overtime where you get the football on the 25-yard line and you can run your offense and you have the upper hand there, versus try to play left-handed late in the ball game and take all of that risk. I think James Franklin regrets his decision. Obviously regrets his decision, but I think in self-scouting, I think he's going to regret it even more.
Yeah, Tyler Warren, by the way, super freak. What a season. 104 catches, 1233, and 8 touchdowns. That is insane.
How about that? Old quarterback has only played tight end for 4 years. And so I always like a tight end's always, to me, if I was an offensive coordinator and you said, what do you want? I'd say, give me one, if not two tight ends that can stay on the field, never come off. They've got that, not stroking DJ, but he's on the phone, a DJ Williams that will get down and dirty and physical in the run game, but can also separate the pass game. Give me a couple of those guys, and I can work an offense around that. And he's definitely one of them, man. He's nasty.
The prevailing thought is that Ohio State's going to take care of business tonight against Texas. What are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Ohio State's the best team in the country right now. I was on Texas for most of the season, and just watching kind of how Ohio State appears to be peaking at the right moment, and Texas seems to be shrinking in the big moments, if you will. I know they're winning, but it just seems like they're not who we thought they were in terms of production and scoring points. So it's an interesting matchup to me. By the way, I want to add a little caveat. I am married to a Longhorn, so I've got to be somewhat smart here in what's best for my household. But
okay.
I think Ohio State is the best football team. Texas, Quinn Ewers in Texas, particularly on the offensive side of football, are going to have their best night this year. They're going to have their best night offensively this year if they're going to beat Ohio State. Now, and look, they got a good group, man. They got a bunch of weapons. They run it well. They can spin it. Sarkisian is an absolute magician from a play calling perspective and a game plan perspective. So it wouldn't shock me if they did. But if this thing just comes down to the two teams playing the same ball they've been playing, I think Ohio State's going to be too much.
All right. We will have time to talk about the matchup once it's set with you next week, so we will hold off on that. Let's turn our attention to the NFL. And we haven't talked about it yet on the show, but they have had to move the Minnesota-LA Rams game because of the fires out on the West Coast. They're going to play in Glendale now, so they are moving that game on Monday night. So that is unfortunate for everybody, but obviously football the least of California's concerns right now comparatively, and obviously from a safety standpoint it makes sense to move it out. It's a bummer for the Rams because they lose their home field advantage to some degree, but even in this neutral site, I can't imagine there'll be a whole lot of Minnesota fans making the trip, so we'll see how that plays out. But let's start with your team. First game of the playoff this Saturday, tomorrow at 3:30, Clint, and you got the Chargers coming to town, and Texans going to be a home dog going into this one.
Yeah, they're a home dog, and here's the reality of it. You got two of the bottom-of-the-barrel playoff teams, right? I mean, you got these two. You got Pittsburgh that have snuck in, and they're not great football teams. The thing about this particular matchup is, and when I say they're not great football teams, I'm talking relative to other playoff teams. The interesting thing here is that Harbaugh and the Chargers are exactly what the Texans want to be, right? And they want to be a protect the football, run the football, play great defense, and have a quarterback that's a difference maker. And the truth of the matter is they've kind of just been chopping wood and getting better and better throughout the year, and the Texans have backslid. And so that's why you see, in my opinion, a road favorite here, if you will, or a home dog, however you want to slice that. But this game's going to boil down to one thing, boys. It literally is. I think the Texans, if you get a B game, just get a B-plus game from C.J. Stroud. I mean, be a great game manager, take your calculated risks, hit a couple of those shots, don't turn the football over, don't take huge sacks. Just be an elite game manager, which, by the way, is the number one compliment I can pay a quarterback. But be an elite game manager, and the Texans win this thing. May win it convincingly. But if C.J. Stroud goes out there and does what he's done this year and make 2 or 3 piss-poor decisions and turn the football over, take sacks, they have, they're going to be a one and done.
Got you. Talking to Clint Stoerner again, brought to you by Crain Hyundai up in Conway. Steelers-Ravens, when you get these rematches, especially divisional rematches, Clint, things get hairy. These are two teams that know each other really well. Steelers have sort of limped their way into the playoffs. Ravens seem to be rolling right now. It's easy to like Baltimore at home. Can you make an argument for Pittsburgh?
Well, yeah, you can make an argument for him. I mean, Mike Tomlin's one of the best to ever do it. T.J. Watt is an absolute game changer, and he's got some help on that side of the ball. They're very familiar with each other in the sense that they've played twice this year already. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Pittsburgh actually beat them one of those times.
They did.
So there's, yeah. I mean, you can make an argument that, and Russ, I'm not a big Russ Wilson fan, but Russ is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He's got that in his veins, and we've seen flashes this year from Russ of greatness. You look at, George Pickens, the wide receiver. I think he'll be the best. He'll be the best pass catcher on the field Saturday night in this football game, especially with Zay Flowers being out. And speaking of that, another part of the Pittsburgh case is, they're missing their counterpunch to Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. And Zay Flowers isn't just a screen guy or just a quick game gadget guy. He's a guy that's caught the ball down the field vertically for Lamar Jackson as well. And so, yeah, I think the stars could align and Pittsburgh upset Baltimore. Wouldn't shock me one bit. I'm more on the AFC game in terms of being an upset. That game's going on in Buffalo, but it wouldn't shock me one bit if Pittsburgh didn't show up in their A game and this be one hell of a football game. Damn sure cover if not win. Wouldn't shock me at all.
Good tease then. Give me the Bills take, and then I also want to get your thoughts on MVP too, because we're about to wrap up that conversation here. You're giving Denver a shot here in Buffalo, you're saying?
Denver's my upset pick. Denver in Buffalo. I like what Josh Allen, I think this is the brand of football that Josh Allen needs to play to continuously be in the MVP hunt, to continue to have a shot to get past Mahomes in the next 5 years in the playoffs. But when you look at what Denver's doing, I'm a big Sean Payton guy. He's been there, he's done it. In the playoffs, it's not going to be it's not going to be the added pressure for some of these younger coaches. They're going on the road, playing in the elements. Most teams, like for the Texans, having to go to Buffalo, if that happens next week potentially, that would be a problem for the Texans playing indoors. Like this weather situation in Buffalo, whatever it may be, is not going to be an issue for Denver at all. And you look at Bo Nix, he's got weapons galore. The defense is absolutely tremendous, and he is playing lights out right now. I know people don't want to say it because it's Bo Nix and it's not a real sexy thing, but if you look around the league, Bo Nix is playing as good a football right now as anybody in football. Right? He's playing as good a football as anybody out there. If you just watch it down in, down out, how he's protecting the ball, how he's using his legs are significantly better than I've ever given him credit for at the NFL level. He's making great decisions, and again, he's got a dude over there in Sean Payton that when it comes to dialing up shots and taking advantage of weaknesses in defense, there's nobody better. Maybe Andy Reid, but he's really, really good. So yeah, man, the more we talk about it, and the more time I have to dig, it just, I don't know that I'm not going to put a little bit of money on it, boys.
Okay, well, if he takes care of the ball, I threw a couple of picks the last two games. Then I'm kind of with you. That could get interesting. We'll see. I think he's been way better than expectations for sure. I feel like we spent our whole time of his career in college ridiculing the guy a little bit, but he's certainly showing up. And you're right. Sean Payton's a good X factor there. So hey,
the thing is with what Buffalo's doing, Justin, with what Buffalo's doing though with Josh, it's going to be difficult to beat. I mean, when a team has a guy like that and they're using his legs in that run game, that quarterback plus one run game, man, it is going to be an absolute bear to stop, especially if you make any mistakes whatsoever. So, I love what Buffalo's doing, but I give Denver a real shot here.
All right. We got to run, Clint. I'd love to get in the other games, but we can see how it all shakes out this first week, get into the meat of it next week, and we'll talk national championship then, too.
Can't wait, man. You boys be good. Chris Crain, Hyundai, appreciate you big time, and go home.
Take it easy on your wife tonight. If Texas happens to get beat, he hung up.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I was going to tell him, man. He knows what he's doing. He knows to be nice. Yeah. All right, we got to hit a break. We'll come back, and we will wrap up our first hour from the Arkansas Marine Expo. Again, going on at the State House Convention Center. They're there till 8 tonight, 10 to 8 tomorrow, and 10 to 5 on Sunday. So, again, if you can't get out today because of the weather, plenty of opportunities to get down there and see all the great options, boats, sea-doos, anything watercraft-wise. And it's fun. There's food, there's drinks, and there's a lot to walk around and see. So don't miss out just because the weather happens to be a little off today. We'll get to it on the other side. We got to get to the break. We'll be back in a sec.
Yep. Should I be a people
pleaser, fall into line. That would be such a crime. I won't be my own enemy, and as far as I can see.
The future of luxury today. That slogan from Genesis of Conway has never been truer than it is right now. I say that because the incredible, the unbelievable, the remarkable GV70 can now enhance your life beyond your wildest dreams at 2.99% interest for up to 60 months and up to $3,000 off. Make it happen. Genesis. It becomes genius when there's you. And you drop an E. Okay, never mind. Genesis of Conway. Future of luxury today.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's sea to shining sea, and water damage as far as the eye can see. It's America. It's freshly mowed grass and a fence that was freshly vandalized by a pack of unruly teens. It's America. It's also round-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be-in-the-room-with-real-people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See Shelter Agent Monica Reiners in North Little Rock, Larissa Callie in Bryant, or Chris Allen in Stuttgart.
Hey, it's Chuck the Promo Guy. Join me every Tuesday morning at 8:30 for Check In with Chuck, brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports in Russellville. And get caught up with everything that's going on at the Buzz. It's brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Sea-Doo. Whether you're on the road, on the water, or in the trails, they have the ride for you.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, then you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Or X, if you're a nerd. Now, let's get back into The Zone.
I'm living in that 21st century.
All right, welcome back in. We're here at the Marine Expo, and once again, want to remind everybody, come out here looking for a boat. You won't find a better deal than what you can find right now. So save some money, get a boat, also have a good time here, and a chance to win a Sea-Doo as well. All you got to do is put your name in the hat. Thing is, though, when you get a boat, you got to have something to pull it, and most likely, it'd be nice to have a nice truck to pull that bad boy. So if you're getting a new boat, you might as well head on over to Russell Chevrolet first to get you a new truck to make sure that you can haul that thing around. They got so many great trucks at Russell Chevrolet right now. The thing about it, financing options. If you are in the market right now and you're a little worried about that pocket or that wallet, they're going to walk you through every step of the way. Make sure they get you the perfect car just for you that fits your budget so you're not stressed out every time that payment comes around. Now, also with their new vehicles, they got a whole lineup of them, from the Silverados to the Tahoes, the C8s, the Trax. They got them all, but they also have pre-owned cars right now, all priced to sell, and a full lot of them. So if you want to check them out, head on out to Sherwood at Russell Chevrolet, or check out their full inventory at russellchevrolet.com.
All right, some D3 Auto Sales text line offerings from our great listeners. DJ Justin, you think Mike Tomlin will interview for the Bears job? I don't know that they want to talk to. Apparently they're interviewing Pete Carroll, I saw this morning. Interesting.
Who's interviewing Pete Carroll?
The Bears.
Oh. How old is Pete Carroll?
73, maybe?
God. His 73 looks a lot better than a lot of other people's.
That's what I was going to say. He's built different.
Weird coaching search. They tried to interview Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, and Matt Campbell.
Yeah. I don't get that one. I mean, I don't get the McCarthy thing.
Yeah.
Who would you want, Justin, over there at the Bears?
Well, I don't want Matt Campbell. I'll tell you that much. I don't care who they get. I'd like to see them get somebody good. I think they've got a good roster. Honestly, I'm a believer in Caleb Williams. I think he can be pretty good. But I know Coach Kelly's not a huge fan. But anyway, we'll see. I don't really have a strong feeling on it. I don't know what else they're looking at, but it is a weird search. To Josh's point, JW says DJ looking like Samuel L. Jackson in Shaft up there. Smooth. You do look good.
All I need is that gold chain to look like The Rock on that photo that goes around all the time.
Yep. I'm rooting for anyone but Texas, this person says. That's Cattleman. Shout out to Josh. He's been working really hard this week, filling in for a lot of people. Great job, Josh.
Thanks, Justin.
People are taking notice.
For Employee of the Month?
I think he's probably the leading candidate at this point.
Do we do Employee of the Month?
We need to start, don't we?
You may be the first, Josh.
Yep. Since they can't both lose, whichever defense is on the field, you beat the hell out of the offense, soften them up for the Golden Domers. Oh, okay. Sure, good point. I think there'll be a lot of people who previously don't care about Notre Dame rooting for Notre Dame because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and people around Arkansas do not like Texas, and I don't think there's a whole lot of love lost for Ohio State either. And I think people sort of just root against Notre Dame because they feel like they get a lot of built-in advantages, which in some cases they do. You know, they've been able to maintain their status without entering a conference, which nobody else has been able to pull off. But I think they're a lot less hateable than the other two options. So I know I'm gonna get my Notre Dame gear out.
If Notre Dame wins, then who do we say is the best conference in college football?
Notre Dame. No, I mean this year, I think you got to give it to the Big Ten.
Do you?
I mean, it's year by year, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, overall.
Brooke here, and at Chris Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Saints that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscrainhyundai.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Razorback football, basketball, and baseball right here on your home of the Hogs. 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Safety is of the utmost importance when driving in the snow. Several cars slid off the road or got stuck along Highway 70 near Hot Springs yesterday. One driver abandoned their car in the chaos. If you don't have to get out on the roads, don't. But if you do have to go to work, the advice is to go slow. Keep plenty of distance between you and the cars in front of you. About 9,300 customers were without power yesterday in southwest Arkansas due to this snowstorm. So far, central Arkansas is in the clear. As the snow keeps coming, Energy tells us it is committed to keeping our Kansans both safe and warm. It is more than 2,100 workers ready to respond to any outages. Entergy reps say extreme cold can make it take longer to restore power in some cases because of the increased demands of heating units, but crews don't anticipate the type of snow we're getting to cause too many problems. This is Sincere Tonsel from KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
Centennial Bank presents Dan Hampton when he joins Morning Mayhem each week this football season. Centennial Bank, banking with you in mind. Member FDIC.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
We've got heavy snow showers to start out for your Friday, with highs today getting into the mid-30s. We'll see those snow showers turn to snow flurries as we go to this afternoon and evening, with lows tonight dropping into the teens. Anything that does melt will refreeze on the roads. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Christopher Pipkin.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Honda of North Little Rock is under new ownership. You owe it to yourself to come see the newly remodeled showroom, as it's overflowing with new and used inventory of Honda and Yamaha ATVs and motorcycles. Don't miss out on the great deals. Meet the new owners and GM, Al Hanmaker. That's Honda of North Little Rock, 4524 MacArthur Drive.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. David, thank you for your passion and hard work on Morning Mayhem and your many other endeavors. Congrats, Baz, and here's to a great 2025.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts. 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Arkansas golf legend John Daly joins the guys every week on Morning Mayhem. John's visit each week is made possible by Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
David Basil here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. At Jones & Son, when you shop for an engagement ring, you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. Jones & Son also carries the biggest brands in the business. At Jones & Son, shop their new collection of Jones & Son branded engagement rings. These Jones & Son rings are high quality at a fraction of the price. They're also fully customizable. They can modify any design to suit your needs. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road. And of course, they've been there for over 35 years. Same address, same phone number for over 3 decades. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry to match the occasion can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be, and it's not at Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Find the right diamonds for that special occasion. Jones & Son invites you to come by and shop with them in person or online at jonesandson.com. Owners Darrow and Jacob Jones are the best father-son jewelry team in America. Tell them the guys at Morning Mayhem sent you. Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road.
After 30 years of doing knee and hip replacements, Dr. Mitchell Shinecup thought there had to be a better way, and that led him to regenerative medicine.
I was one of the first orthopedic surgeons to do it.
Now, after 20 years of successful orthobiologic treatments, lots of clinical data, research, and teaching, Dr. Shinecup is National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
They've done an amazing job of becoming the most significant orthobiologic and regenerative medicine practice in the United States. QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
So if you have chronic pain from arthritis and you want to avoid drugs and surgery, call the experts in this revolutionary field, QC Kinetics.
To give patients real lasting relief from pain, that's what I live for. That's my mission.
Get your free consultation now. Call QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, we'll get set for a big weekend. NFL playoffs. Of course, Texas, Ohio State. We'll look back at the Penn State Notre Dame game. And we got Arkansas, Florida to discuss. Coming up on the show, we got Steve Sullivan at 2:10, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen at 2:30, and Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, will have his picks for us at 3:05. Should be a fun show. Join us Friday for Out of Bounds.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100%
Okay, welcome back. Second hour on this Friday. Josh Neighbors on the ones and twos. DJ Williams kicking it at the Arkansas Marine Expo, and I am Justin Acri, the go-between. I'm the referee between these two fighters. You can decide which one's Clarissa and which one's Jake, but we're not going back there today, folks. We had that debate yesterday. Got a lot of good feedback on the debate yesterday, boys. A lot of good feedback. And frankly, Josh, there were a lot of people that had support for your position, a lot more than I expected. About 20% of our listeners said they think Clarissa Shields would work Jake Paul over. So you are not alone. But I thought that you were crazy, but maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
We'll never know.
You know what?
Josh
That's the real point. We talk about all kinds of stuff like it matters that'll never happen. It's fun like that. DJ, what's happening at the Expo before we dive into the Red-White Report?
Once again, vendors are out. They're being creative. We know it's going to be tough for a lot of people to come out, so a lot of the vendors are hopping on social media, doing some lives here or there, kind of letting everybody know what they got going on. And I hate it because, people are trying to get a boat this year, and they know this is the year to do it. This is the one place to save some big-time money. But, yeah, we're going to talk to a couple vendors a little bit later on here in about 30 minutes. And not just boats. Got a cute, it seems like a little couple not too far from us in a booth over. They're offering spa. They have like a spa resort type thing in Hot Springs.
Yeah.
So a little bit of everything for everybody. And I saw a stand set up with some little rod and reel and some fishing lures as well. So pretty cool spot.
That guy's always there. It's a great opportunity to grab a few lures and some fishing gear for sure. So we're going to talk a little more NFL this hour. We'll talk some college football with Tom Murphy. We're going to get him about a little bit late. He's going to text me, Josh, when he's off. So he's got a Zoom. They had to delay it a little bit, I guess. But Chuck Martin, the assistant coach for Arkansas basketball, is doing a Zoom with them. So when he gets off, I'll let you know. But we can dive in on the Red-White Report of our own, and we'll hear a little bit from Cal here.
The Red-White Report is brought to you by Point S Tires. Make sure your car is game day ready before you head up the hill. Check them out online at pointstire.com.
Okay, well, there you go. Arkansas hosting a top 10 team in Florida. One loss for the Gators so far this year. That at the hands of Kentucky in a high-scoring affair, 106-100. They bounced back in a big way this week, thumping number one Tennessee 73-43. Obviously, the same Tennessee team that just beat the hell out of Arkansas. So things are going to be tough this weekend in Fayetteville, and things are going to be tougher for us on Monday if Arkansas messes around and gets dumped on this weekend. But they got to put it all in on this one. This is a tough deal for Arkansas. Hopefully they can right the ship and find their way. Don't want to start 0-3 in conference play, but it's a very real possibility. Are we anticipating Arkansas being an underdog in this game? I think I am.
Yes, slight.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
pretty big one, right?
5 or less, I would think, Josh? What do you think?
Yes, 5 or less.
I
would say 3.5 to 1.5.
3 o'clock pregame, or 3 o'clock tip tomorrow, 2:30 pregame. Coach Cal, obviously trying to tweak some things, fix some things. Needs to get all his guys healthy, too. That would be good. If he could get his entire 9-man group together and healthy, that would be helpful. But anyway, he says still teaching them.
I've got to do a better job of teaching these guys how to win, how to finish off games, create a culture, and they understand it. Historically, my teams get up 10 at any point. You probably, the number's crazy, but they play to win. You're not just playing to make plays, and you're not playing because you're not playing well. Now you're sad and you give up things defensively.
That is that's squeezing the AAU out of them, guys, is what that is. So it's a process. Arkansas women, kudos to them. 59-58 road winner at Auburn yesterday. Izzy Higginbottom, 36 points in the victory. She was the only Razorback in double figures, and they needed that one desperately. So kudos to them, and a good win on the road. Any road win's a good win, isn't it? I think so. So congratulations to the Arkansas women. And I think I have something else Razorback related, and it is this. Upper Deck Golf is coming to Reynolds Razorback Stadium in May. May 1 through 3.
Gives fans an exclusive opportunity to play a round of golf inside the stadium. As part of the event, you get a chance to play a round throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field while enjoying music, cold drinks, food, and multiple golf challenges at a clubhouse sports bar and festival inside the stadium. Reservation for tee times open in March. Fans can sign up now for early access to tee times. If you go to the Arkansas website, you can find it there, ArkansasRazorbacks.com or UpperDeckGolfing.com. I saw a picture of it. It looks like a pretty cool deal. So
that is surprising they're doing that, right?
Well, listen, you got this big facility. Might as well utilize it, right? You got a bar set up in there.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
I like seeing venue. Well, it's just like doing concerts there. Yeah, 100%. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to. In fact, I know I'm not because I actually have a vacation planned that weekend. But it would be fun if I was around. Other news in the world of football before we get Tom on here in a few minutes. And again, if you want to join us, 501-661-1037. Carson Beck entering the transfer portal. So he declared for the NFL for a minute, and now he says, just kidding. I think I'm going to try to make some more money.
Yeah.
I think we can agree. I think we're in agreement that Beck is one of those guys. I mean, I don't know if he's quite KJ Jefferson, but a guy that's going to get paid a bunch to play quarterback in college next year and probably will maybe make the biggest check of his life next year playing quarterback versus what he makes in the NFL.
He's going to Miami.
He's already announced?
That's where his girlfriend is.
His girlfriend's there. It's believed that's where he's headed.
That's the leading candidate.
Took a downfall when he started making all those TikToks with his girl.
Did you all see, I mentioned this morning, do you all see the clip when he talked about, it was between the first Texas game and the second Texas game, talked about not liking football and not watching a lot of film? And DJ, I'm not sure how you feel, but there are players who have played that are Hall of Famers, like Curtis Martin and Bo Jackson, that didn't really love football. Mm-hmm. You don't want the quarterback to be one of the guys who didn't love football.
Well, that's not what he was saying. He said he doesn't like watching it because he overanalyzes it too much. He says he's gotten to the point to where he can't watch a game just to watch it and enjoy it. He's over there, when he watches, he's thinking, cover two. Oh, no, safety's moving out of the box. We got a 3 down front. It's just like too much where he can't enjoy it anymore. I think that's what he was trying to say. And I get that. That makes sense, you know.
Yeah, and also I think, I know they're trying to pump up Gunnar Stockton last week, but the talk about they play harder for him didn't love that necessarily either. I'm not a huge Carson Beck fan. Like I'm not impressed when I watch him play. I don't find him particularly like interesting as an NFL prospect. So I think Georgia might be better off without him.
I agree. I mean, you think this is wild when I say it. Ever since he started dating this girl who is, I would say, in that world of influencers, she's up there. Her and her sister both. Mm-hmm. They are top tier when it comes to influencers, especially when it comes to the athletic world. And, man, for me, that's a big distraction if you're focused on being the lead dude at a place like Georgia when you got a lot of guys counting on you, but you're also spending time, supporting your girl whose life is a lot different than yours. And so, but yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all that you said would end up in Miami to go hang out with this girl.
Is she an athlete?
She is.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is,
what does she play?
Good. They play basketball. Her and her sister, both they're twins, and they started. I saw these girls in high school. I was like, who are these two girls? And at that point, they were just.
Oh, he's dating one of the like the influencer twins.
Cavenders,
yes.
The Cavenders,
yes. Cavender girls. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and but yeah, they are ballers, no doubt about it. But now they've taken a much bigger step towards, I would say.
I don't know which one's which, but one's a baller, the other one's kind of a scrub.
Haley Cavender is the really good one.
Yeah, the other one that she's dating the tight end for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, it's
Ferguson.
Who is it? I forget his
name.
It's
Ferguson. Is that right?
Jake Ferguson.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is she now? They're not the same school anymore, right?
They're at Miami.
They're
both at Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they went to different schools at some point.
One went to TCU, and then she ended up going back to Miami. So they're both.
That's what it was.
Originally started there. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they both went to Fresno, and then they transferred to Miami together. You're thinking of Haley Van Lith. She's at TCU now.
No, she's a different person. She's not a twin.
I know.
I thought the twins were never at a different school.
They
from
were
each other?
No, they were both at Fresno.
All right. I know our listeners don't care, but here's the timeline. They both went to Fresno out of high school. Then they both transferred to Miami. Then one of them transferred to TCU. They split up But then the other one went back to Miami to be with her sister again. And because remember, she was there, then Haley Van Lith, she transferred to TCU. Then the twin got out of there because she knew, Van Lith was.
So she didn't play at all at TCU.
So sorry, listeners. I know you are very interested in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I was right, just like I thought.
Yeah.
Can you call Tom? Do you have Tom's number?
I do.
Josh? Okay.
I do.
Yeah, let's get him on. Yeah, I thought there was a moment when they were not at the same school because I thought it was weird. So we're going to Tom Murphy on here in a second. We'll talk about what's going on with Razorbacks. Got a great Shane Gillis thing. Did you see the deal where Shane Gillis and Saban were on the set together on College Game Day? I doubt you watched the DJ.
I saw
but
it.
You did see it?
This was a while ago, right?
Yep, it was a while ago. So Shane Gillis has spilled the beans on the backstory that happened between the two of them. So it was pretty funny. And so we're going to hear from him. He was on a podcast. I saw this on Barstool this morning. So anyway, we'll play the clips from the original exchange with Saban, and then we will we'll share the backstory that he gave the sort of spilled the beans on the podcast. We'll get back in the NFL. We'll hear from Russell Wilson and a couple other guys. Bo Nix playing this weekend, so some obviously important games as we get into the playoffs, and excited about that. And we'll look forward to visiting with Tom right now about the Razorback basketball, football, baseball, whatever program he wants to get into. Tom, what's happening? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. The coaches, basketball coaches, might have had a little trouble getting in today, so their meeting was running long, and we're having a Zoom with Chuck Martin, and supposed to be 11, but it hasn't got going yet. So I'm with you guys now, and I'm happier.
Well, that's good. I appreciate that. I was hoping you would have heard from him, and he would provide some insight. I think it's interesting, and I'm sure there's some benefit there for these guys getting out in front of the public. And a lot of times, Tom, we don't hear from any assistants through the season. But I do kind of – I'm kind of – this is sort of twofold for me. I hate it because I want to hear from Cal. A, he's super engaging, and I'll always like to hear from the head coach. But I think for his guys, especially the ones that haven't been head coaches in the past, these opportunities to meet with the media is probably pretty beneficial for them as they hope to get head coaching jobs at some point.
Agreed, and I think he's done this for a number of years because, we used to communicate with the Kentucky beat writer guys, and, from time to time, it's great you get all the different insight, but sometimes for an advance for a game, you want to talk to Cal. So there's pros and cons to it, but I do like getting in front of these assistant coaches a lot, and I think it does help them in their career arcs to be able to speak to folks. I think public speaking is a very interesting and a very important skill to have as a coach.
Yep, absolutely. So, obviously, Avicic not at 100% and a disappointing performance in the Ole Miss game for Arkansas. A little shorthanded. I don't know where his ankle is at this point, but, it certainly doesn't feel like a must-win because it's Florida, and you're going to probably be an underdog at home. But, boy, starting 0-3 is a pretty good hill to climb, Tom, for a team that is already, having to go up against ranked teams just about every night out in the SEC.
It's a huge hill. I mean, if you're 0-3, the chances of you to break into the top 5, 6, maybe even 8 teams in the conference is going to be very difficult. The Eric Musselman teams, I think he had 2 of them that came back from 3 games below 500 or maybe 2 games below that finished really well. 2 years ago and 3 years ago, I believe, were those teams. That was a different SEC back then. There were some nights where you could be not on your game and win games, maybe even win road games. But now, the depth of the SEC, I mean, I watched A&M come back and beat Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's a good team. And, Vanderbilt, they go and win at LSU, and then they lose at home. And Mississippi State looks like it's going to be a romper stomper this year. So 0-3 is a difficult hole to climb back from. They've got to get more from their big guys. I mean, when you think about what Adu and Big Z contributed in the last game, it was not a lot, a few rebounds from Adu, but he and Brazil, I think, both have to feel comfortable in what their roles are going to be offensively, because what did Brazil do in that game? He would flash at the post, and they'd throw an entry pass to him with his back to the basket. Did he ever turn and make an aggressive offensive move from that position? No, he usually passed out, did not hold the ball very long at all. They've got to find a way to ingrain Brazil into what their offensive scheme is and not just be a dribble drive team from planned and DJ Wagner and a Deuce Zero.
Tom, at what point do we transition from this is a good shooting team that's not making shots to this team's not a very good shooting team? I want to believe they're a good shooting team because there is some history there, and we've seen guys at times make shots, but at what point do we go, that ain't going to be it for them this year?
That's a great question because they were sitting at 51%, and that's after playing Illinois and Michigan and some tough teams. 51%, which is legit good. I mean, I think it was top 15 in the country good.
Yeah.
But the shot selections have been not so good against two of the better defensive teams in the SEC. Tennessee obviously gets up in your jock. I don't know what the difference was between that game and what happened to them at Florida. But Ole Miss, very, very physical team. And if you look, they were very well drilled on how they went up to defend shots. Hands in the air, and just bodying up and going up with defenders. And there was a good amount of contact. But if the offensive guy drives in and creates that, they're not going to typically call a foul on the defense. And there was a lot of that. And the Arkansas guards did not always finish well through that. So, long story short, or long answer short, their shot selection has got to be better. If you saw a stat I did, second half 3-point shooting in their two SEC games is something like 3 for 20. It's in the high 20s, 3 for that much, and it's about 10.5% 3-point range. Second half, that's horrible.
It is. Tom Murphy joining us from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Football-wise, Tom, let's move on to that. And, we have debated, I guess, or discussed the transfer portal, the rating system, the guys coming in, the guys that have left. From an evaluation standpoint, where are you on what Arkansas has done since the end of the season?
Well, for all the critiques you want to throw at Sam Pittman and company, and you can critique them. They've had a lot of guys leave. They've lost a lot of close games, but they have done fairly well. I think they're ranked in the top 20 in where their portal class is. There's a lot of numbers in that portal class. I think they're up to 18 or 19. But they're addressing some big-time needs, particularly on the O-line and D-line, and they've got some secondary guys, too, and a wide receiver. But I don't think it's over. I think between, the guys who depart after spring ball because they don't like their spot on the depth chart or what have you, I think you're going to see even more churning of the roster. And it's just a fact of life right now, the way these rosters are. That you're going to have to, get to know so many new guys each year. And, I mean, I'm going to just throw an example out there. DeQuinton Jackson, he seemed like a really cool guy, outspoken, talked about how his ankle was a problem all last year at Utah and how he goes, this is going to be my last camp. And he just seemed like it would be really fun to have gotten to know him a little better. So I don't know what the solution is, but there's just going to be a lot of roster turnover.
Yeah, we touched on basketball, or women's basketball, too. Izzy Higginbottom, I'll tell you what, consistently the go-to option for Mike Neighbors' bunch. And I know they're not expected to do a lot this year, but, boy, she is worth the price of admission and saved their bacon again yesterday.
Really, I mean, what a sharp shooter, hit the clutch free throws, scored more than half her team's points, which is just amazing for her height. But certainly a prolific scorer, and I think you're right. This team does not look bound to, tear the SEC up or win half their conference games, but they do have a big-time scorer, and they've got to build a lot more around her for sure.
Tom, I'll tell you what our question of the day is, and I don't think you probably have a feeling on that part of it because you're an actual journalist, but the question of the day is who you're rooting for tonight. Do you have a feel for who you think will win? Let me give it to you that way, and then also any thoughts on last night's game with Notre Dame?
Man, I got a lot of comments. I'll just scatter shoot them. I feel like Ohio State has found itself and has a better, deeper roster, but I am really impressed with Texas's defense, and if you saw some of the comments from yesterday, I think Chip Kelly commented that Texas has the best red zone defense in the country, and it's not the best, one of the best. And so many playmakers on that side of the ball. They got lucky that the safety Michael Taft did not get targeting call in the second half against Arizona State, or he'd be out the first half. But, man, Jahdae Barron, Collins, there's so many guys up front. That number 11, I think his name might be Simmons, a great pass rusher who I think he had a sack against the Razorbacks. But I just feel like Ohio State's got offense and defense. They can attack you in the run game and the pass game. And I think it's going to be closer, obviously, than the Oregon game for them. But I'm not sure if Texas has enough offensive firepower to win this. So, to me, it looks like it's going to be an Ohio State versus Notre Dame national championship game. And last night, I think both quarterbacks were a little bit limited. And so the fact that Notre Dame established its run game in the second half, to me, and, Ishmael Rocket pointed this out at halftime, Desmond Howard pointed this out before the game. The team that makes the best halftime adjustments is going to win, and Notre Dame clearly did that. It was a great game, fun to watch, but I worry for their Notre Dame's quarterback situation, whether they were to face Texas or Ohio State in the championship game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to root for them, but I'm like that. I mean, it's just they keep defying, the odds. You should not get that little out of your quarterback or have him be a liability and still be able to win games on a big stage against really good teams. So it's
Marcus Freeman clearly knew what he was doing, because I thought the way that other kid led them on the field goal drive right before halftime, well, surely they're going to stick with that guy. I mean, they couldn't pass it, and now they can, but it looked like it was the right decision. I mean, they clearly felt like they'd be able to run the ball. And they did okay in the second half. So, but at least they've got that in their back pocket if they need to go to it in the championship game.
Yeah. Well, Tom, listen, I appreciate the time. And how's the weather up there? You getting? Did you guys get pounded, or was it not as bad as you expected, or what's it like?
Well, it's more of a fluffy snow. I think we're up to about 5.5, maybe 6 inches, but it's a nice snow. There's been a lot of car traffic here. What did Little Rock get?
I don't know, DJ. What do we officially get?
We got some spots that are around 12 inches. We've had, consistently, I would say 10 for the most part. But we've had people send in ruler pictures, whatever, to the station. Some even 13 in some spots. So now we got some snow here. They're a real deal.
It's a rare day when Little Rock gets more than Fayetteville. But hey, man, I hope everyone's staying safe and but having fun also out there in the snow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been riding around like not a maniac, but I've been everywhere, man. Very, very, very. I got chains on my tires. I feel like a real northerner.
Totally, DJ. Totally.
Chains on your Tesla?
Yeah.
You go hard, boy. I'll tell you what. That's going hard, folks. That's impressive. Yeah. You may be the first person ever to do that. I'm guessing Elon Musk doesn't do that.
I doubt it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tom, listen, man, have a great, safe weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Go ahead on, DJ. Love you guys. See you.
All right. Love you, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, man, that's my man, Tom Murphy. Give us a little love. Look at that. What a sweetheart.
Tom.
Oh, he's so good. Let's hit a break. We'll come back. We're going to hear I'm going to play this clip for you, or Josh is going to play it. Shane Gillis, again, if you saw him and Saban sort of giving each other a little hard time, you might have thought it was a little good-natured ribbing, but Gillis says there's a little more to the story there, so we're going to hear from him. We'll reset the table and play those clips from you. Before he got on the set and then after he got on the set, and then we'll play the clip from him talking about on this podcast and sort of giving us the backstory on all of it. So kind of an interesting deal. Let's talk about our friends at UAMS. And again, if you're out there shoveling snow or you're out walking around, there are going to be some folks who are going to be slipping, falling, and getting hurt, unfortunately. So if you're somebody who's a victim of a snow injury, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health can help. So back, knee, hip, ankle, foot, any kind of injury, and our doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham can all help you on the foot and ankle part of it. So, again, want you to stay safe out there, stay home, stay inside if you can. But if you get out there and you get injured, call our friends at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. 501-686-TOSH, 501-686-8674. Any kind of tendon damage, fractures, or something minor like a sprain, they've got surgical and non-surgical treatments tailored to your specific condition. So if you're dealing with something that's recent or something that's been long-lasting and you're just saying, hey, it's 2025, I'm finally going to get this cleaned up, I'm tired of living in pain, get on it. All you got to do is make your appointment. 501-686-8674. 888-866-8274. It is the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Family with a pocket full of shells. Weapons, not food, not hope, not shoes, not need, just feed the war.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorbacks basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Coffin by Design West, Dale Chevrolet, Blackman Auctions, Lion Legal, and Edwards Food Giant.
This is Sports Center.
Penn State and Notre Dame deliver in semifinal number 1 of the first 12-team expanded playoff. It was a 27-24 victory for the Irish in Miami at the Orange Bowl. It was Mitch Jeter with less than 10 seconds left who hit a 40-yard field goal to put the Irish up for good and give them that 27-24 victory. Notre Dame will make their first appearance in the national championship game since the 2013 national title against Alabama. Their opponent will be settled tonight when Ohio State meets Texas in the Cotton Bowl at 6:30 on ESPN. Ohio State is a 6-point favorite. Also in football news, the LA Rams and Vikings playoff game that will take place on Monday night is being moved from Los Angeles to Arizona due to the wildfires. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Hey, if I have a special offer from Genesis of Conway, do I really need to do it like normal car ads and yell at you? Let's try this. Right now, Genesis of Conway is holding a signature event. $1,000 signature bonus cash on every vehicle. This includes the 2025 model GV80 and GV70. Those are the new arrivals. Amazing, I know. See, I didn't need to shout. Oh, but you will when you discover Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Introducing Club 52 from Arkansas State Parks, a club that's fun, full of adventure, and open to anyone. Just pick up a free passport at any state park visitor center and start exploring. With every state park you visit, you get a stamp. When you get all 52 stamps, you're in the club, and you get some pretty cool rewards along the way. So grab your passport and start exploring. Club 52 from Arkansas State Parks. Get out to get in.
Brought to you by this station and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialist that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for lube tech, tire tech, and light maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, then you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Or X, if you're a nerd. Now, let's get back into The Zone.
I'm living in that 21st century.
Now, it's time to learn the biggest lines of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Director of Sports Wagering, Zach Gillum. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Try to jump the gun there. Arkansas Marine Expo, my bad, happening today at the State House Convention Center. Again, 10 until 8 today, or right now until 8 tonight. And tomorrow 10 to 8, Sunday 10 to 5. So, again, don't miss your opportunity to get down there and get a boat show deal on a boat, Sea-Doo, or any other item that's down there. So lots of different things, again, across the board from a marine standpoint, not just boats, but lots of other options. And you can sign up to win a Sea-Doo, which is a heck of a deal, too. It is $10 for adults, 12 and under free, so pop in there and go see them. They've got food and drinks and all kinds of fun. So, again, after a couple days stuck inside with the snow, you're going to be looking for something fun to do. And my friends over there are putting on a good show, and you can take advantage and go have a little fun.
Have a little fun. Have a good time. What are we doing right now? Because I got a guest here ready to rock and roll.
Are you getting your phone texts?
Well, look, this is what I run into. Justin pulls us into his office, and he says, I need y'all to get off of y'all's phones so y'all can pay attention to the show. You know, I'm not somebody who is stubborn. I was like, I'm going to take that to heart. So I've been trying my best for the better part of 2 weeks to put my phone face down so I'm not distracted. Yeah. And now he's mad at me that I'm not looking at my phone.
Well,
I guess I should. And I'm here. I get it.
Yeah, I should have put the caveat on that. If we got 3 people in 3 locations, that we're going to need to go ahead and do that. We're going to quickly get the lines from Zach. And Zach, welcome to the show. Happy Friday. We got a guest at the Marine Expo, so we're going to have to be semi-brief. But the good news is, the breaking news, dun, 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 is the Arkansas line is out. And Josh and I were on the same page on this one, and we were pretty close to being right on the Florida-Arkansas line in Fayetteville tomorrow.
Yeah, that one has hit the board, guys. Hope you're doing well, staying warm. Looking at Florida minus 5.5, total at 154.5.
154.5. Okay, that's kind of about where I would expect it to be, I suppose. Do you have player props up yet?
Player props not up yet, so keep your eye on that. Should be later on tonight. Definitely, you'll see more in the full alternate available tomorrow morning.
All right, we've got one playoff game in the books. Zach, what's the latest on Ohio State and Texas tonight? Because we know that line has moved around a little bit.
Yeah, and it has moved back to where we posted it, so it's going back the direction I thought it would from the start. It is now Ohio State minus 6.5, total at 53, and there are plenty of player props on the board for this one, over 400 wagers available right now in this game. You have touchdown scorer, the player passing, rushing, receiving, field goal kicker, first half, second half, so a lot going on for this game.
What are the basic numbers on Howard and Ewers for passing?
So looking at the basic numbers, the main number for Ewers is 239.5, and for Howard, it is 243.5. So very close to each other there. If you want to look at them over 250 passing yards, for Howard, that's minus 103. For Ewers, that's plus 106.
And then as far as NFL playoffs, Zach, getting underway this weekend, tomorrow, we were talking to Clint Stoerner a little bit about the Houston game, but quickly, just the lines on all those games, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and real fast, because I think you'll want to see this, the look-ahead lines for the college football potential matchups. Texas minus 3.5 against Notre Dame. Ohio State minus 9.5 against Notre Dame. So some big numbers there. And then, as you said, the NFL playoffs this weekend, Chargers minus 3 against the Texans. They're going to kick us off Saturday afternoon. Then you have the Ravens and the Steelers. Right now, Ravens 9.5-point favorites. The Bills on Sunday at noon, they are also 9.5-point favorites over the Broncos. The Eagles are 5-point favorites over the Packers. The Bucs are 3-point favorites over the Commanders. And then Monday night, the Vikings-Rams. The Vikings are 2.5-point favorites. And do note, if you have action or a wager on that game, it is action, even though they have moved to Arizona. So that is something people have been asking, and you can check that in the house rules.
So the Vikings are favored?
The Vikings are favored, minus 2.5.
Were they favored in L.A.? I thought the Rams were favored at home. I guess not.
Last I looked, it was the Vikings minus 1.5 in L.A.
Okay.
But, there could have been some of those. With it that close, sometimes it can jump back and forth. Not too often, but, yeah. I don't want to say at any given point it wasn't that direction.
Well, moving to a neutral site would change things, I would think, so I don't know.
That sounds like you right there, Justin, right?
What's that?
You don't believe in Sam Darnold?
No, I don't. I think the Rams get it done. Personally.
Yeah, and plus 114 on the Rams' money line.
Okay. Zach, we're going to have to run. Anything else you want to hit real quick?
No, that's it. Just stay warm, guys. Oaklawn Sports available to you. Look for the profit boost. New users up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Easy to get the money in and out. Lots to dive into, so if you're sitting at home, go ahead and open it up now and get to looking at that menu.
That's a great way to spend a snow day for sure, Zach. I appreciate you, buddy. And again, if you missed it yesterday, no racing this weekend either, so don't try to head down there and watch the horses tomorrow because, well, they won't be there. Well, the horse will be there. They just won't be on the track running around. So,
correct.
Zach,
if you want to come hang out, the casino's open, but you're right. The racing is canceled. So appreciate you pointing that out.
All right, very good. Thank you, Zach. I can't see your guest, DJ, but I understand that you have one there at the Arkansas Marine Expo. What's the scoop?
I'll let him tell you. You got some good deals going on for us, right?
Hello, Justin.
Hi, Lev.
How'd you know?
I know his voice because I can.
That fast?
That's deductive reasoning.
Be like, hold on, let me get a little more.
Yeah, look at that handsome double.
Justin, at least someone would be down here today, and that is me.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you have any trouble getting down there? Probably not.
I did not. It was just fine. It was, you just kind of go slow and pay a little attention, you know. I will say this, if someone wants to come in here and buy something, you will be waited on. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Lev, let's be real. You travel by drone.
That's right. Yeah, I got dropped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I go back to the old Star Wars days, man. I always thought, like, you know, the sand speeders they had, man, that would be so sweet to have as like a snow speeder, just kind of floats over it. Or I don't know if you could drive a like an airboat, you know, through downtown right now. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Anybody?
No,
I don't
you
know.
could do that. There's enough snow here. An airboat would be just fine.
I think it'd be awesome. Well, we're not selling airboats. We're selling every other kind of boat.
That's correct.
What did you bring? How do you decide what to bring to a boat show versus what you have in the showroom?
I look at it two different ways. Number one, I bring the items that I need to sell. So we have some non-current product here that we are heavily discounting. We got some boats in here that are over $20,000 discounts. So fiberglass bass boats. Honestly, a lot of us boat dealers, we're still coming off the COVID order. So when we were finally able to buy boats after the COVID was starting to go down, we just bought a bunch of them. So anybody that's in the market for a new boat, obviously I want them to buy that boat from Bradford Marine and ATV. But if you're in the boat market, this is probably the best time. You know, we say this a lot every year, but this one here is a little special simply because all of us have some inventory that is aged. It's all brand new. It all has full warranty, things of that nature. We just have had it for a while, and they need to go. So our loss and the new boat buyers gain. And then on the other side of it, from that standpoint, I bring in the new stuff and stuff that no one has ever seen before, and something that they're like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So one of my biggest draws is we have a Ranger fiberglass bass boat that is cut in half, literally cut in half. So someone that does not understand how a fiberglass bass boat is built, come to the Marine Expo today, tomorrow, Sunday, and you will see a Ranger bass boat that is literally cut in half, and we can show you how that Ranger boat is built and then how other boats are built based off of that, and we can show you why you would want to buy a Ranger fiberglass bass boat over any other boat in the industry, and you get to see it. It's pretty cool.
I like it.
Is that
what else?
It is.
Did you bring any toys like tubes or anything like that people can buy or at least look at while they're there, or do you not mess with that?
No, we just leave that at the stores. All we have is boats, motors, and trailers at the Marine Expo. And come on in. I have the Grizzly 1650T, the new duck boat. We have not had a duck boat in a boat show in 43 years, and we do this year. So we're really excited about that boat. It's done well. It's really, really built well. And anybody that's in the market for a duck boat, stop by and see us. And we got some other cool stuff in the booth, but really at the end of the day, it's huge savings, unbelievable value, save you thousands upon dollars, and then see some of the new stuff, the new models. We have the 21-foot Ranger Alpha 208. What is a 21-foot aluminum boat? Believe it or not, aluminum boat with a 250 horsepower Mercury 250 Pro XS. That you have got to see this boat. No one has ever built an aluminum boat that looks like this. So some really cool stuff to look at.
What's the draw with an aluminum boat?
Aluminum boat is
it's
going to be more durable. Okay. So a fiberglass, it is literally glass, and it's beautiful, but you can puncture it a lot easier on a fiberglass boat. This aluminum boat, you have to really ram a sharp metal object through it before it's going to damage. So just a little more durable.
Talking to Lev Bradford.
Justin.
Yeah, Bradford Marine and ATV. Can you tell us the Sea-Doo people are signing up to win? I know you're involved in that. Can you tell people what exactly is going on with that? What are they going to win if they win?
They're going to win a 2025 Sea-Doo Spark 2-up. So two people will ride it. Trailer, everything you're ready to go. All you'll be responsible for is the wonderful Arkansas sales tax.
There you go.
That's it.
You talked about trailer. Are these boats right here that you have, are these the ones for sale? Like, if you come in here, I want that boat, or is this just a model?
Both.
Okay.
So if some person wanted to buy a boat and take it home tomorrow, we will figure that out.
Okay.
But if not, we'll pick one for them and we'll deliver it next week when this weather gets out of here.
I like it. Lev, we got to get out of here. Got to take a quick break. I appreciate you coming on. We will be seeing you at your store in the not-too-distant future, hopefully. But I appreciate you coming on today and letting people know. Nice try on the sneak attack, but, man, I've been hearing that voice for too long.
I was on my phone because they're not called sand speeders, Justin. They're just called speeders. Gotta tighten up, man.
Whatever, dork.
Well, you enjoy yourself down there in the sun there, Justin.
Yeah. It's I was waiting to go outside and get a chill, but it didn't happen. It was pretty nice out there. It is 66 into land today, so I'll be honest, I'm missing the snow though. I can't lie. I hate it because that's the best thing about living downtown. You can actually walk around, get to some places, and I told the guys yesterday, cozying up in front of a fireplace, man, at Dugan's Pub or somewhere that's the move on a day like today. But I would definitely be able to walk to the boat show. That's for sure.
Are they open? Do you know?
They're always open.
I actually texted Don. They're open.
They're always open on snow days. I saw another place I know that's local that's got a fireplace. They are not, and I was like, y'all are missing the boat. No pun intended. All right, Lev, have a great show, buddy. I appreciate you.
Don't miss the boats. Come on down there. We'll sell you one.
No doubt. And again, like we said, I'm going to reiterate. You got till Sunday at 5. So if you can't make it today or even tomorrow, you can go down there by 5. It's all good on Sunday. So 10 to 5 on Sunday. As we hit the break, I think DJ alluded to this earlier, you got to get your boat out of there. Unless you're really, really strong and you're going to pick it up and carry it home, you're probably going to need a car to haul it from A to B. So my friends at Gwatney want to help you out. Now, I've not talked to James. I don't know what they're doing. They may be just out there getting snow off of cars. I don't know if they're actually even working today. You can call 501-982-2102. But I can guarantee you they're going to be out there tomorrow for sure. Friendly, family-oriented business, and they've been doing it since 1957. Take the fam out there, go buy a new car, then go buy a new boat. Have a great weekend, folks. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to do it. So remember that time it snowed a whole bunch and we bought a car and a boat the same weekend? That was awesome. GwatneyChevrolet.com is their website. And, again, family-friendly. They'll do car seat checkups for you, make sure everybody's safe. And they also have monthly new owner workshops to make sure you learn the ins and outs of your new vehicle. I just got a rental car that is a non-Chevrolet. I kind of got the Chevrolet operations down pretty well, but, man, when you don't understand how stuff works, it's really frustrating. And I was kind of in that boat. This is a foreign job, not one I would have normally I would not buy, but it's driving around as a rental, it's fine. But anyway, if you want a car and you want to understand it well, they will certainly walk you through the process, and they can also help you with financing. And they've got great deals going on Silverados, the big trucks. You can get them in four-wheel drive for weather like today. And they will not make you make a payment with approved credit for 90 days. It's all one spot. It's Gwatney Chevrolet. It's in Jacksonville. Get off at the James Street exit. If you're heading north from the capital city, go by and see them. We'll be back. And we're going to do Champs and Chumps and try to get the Shane Gillis deal in here. We'll have to push the NFL stuff back a little bit, but we'll get to it. We're a little behind. That happens almost every day in the zone. Stay tuned.
Until you use me up. Until you use me up.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply in North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Thanks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at ChrisCrainHyundai.com.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on it every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you? Okay, bounce dryer sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry...
I'll be honest, I love clearance sales for the great prices, but what I really love is the thrill of the hunt. And right now at Kohl's Ultimate Clearance Event, there are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. I just went and saved 70% on cute dresses, cozy sweaters, pajamas for my whole family, and that was just the start. So if you also enjoy seeking out big savings, get to Kohl's, where the hunt is on. Select styles, offers end January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
It's Marine Expo this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. New 2025 boats on display and at discount show prices. Win a new $10,000 Sea-Doo personal watercraft. It's Arkansas's premier boat show this weekend at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Matt Steele in Bryant, Todd Matthews in Benton, or Justin Stewart in Malvern today.
This is Pat Bradley, and I'll be on Morning Mayhem Weekly, presented by Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in their end-of-year auto loan special. Rates as low as 2.025%. 84 months financing and no payments for 90 days. Offer ends January 31st.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show.
All right, champs and chumps, let's get to it, and I've got mine all set. NFL stands for Not For Long or the No Fun League. You decide. DJ probably has thoughts, but it's the No Fun League in this case. Travis Kelce celebrating his historic touchdown catch last week against the Steelers with a nod to the legendary Tony Gonzalez dunking it over the goalpost. And so the NFL, of course, thought that was cool because it was a record-breaking move, right? Just kidding. They fined him $14,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct, use of prop. What's a prop? The football or the goalpost? Those are both part of the game. So I don't know how that's a prop. That's lame. And Tony Gonzalez, to his credit, I'm not going to make him my champ, but gets a tip of the cap. He said, I got you. He wrote on Twitter after complimenting the dunk. So that is so lame. Gosh, that league. Tell you what, it really annoys me. That's my chump, the NFL. My champ is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are in the playoffs again. And I think they've won the division 3 or 4 years in a row now. I don't like to talk about it, but it's happening, so I'll give them their credit. But I love the fact that they worked to get Mike Evans his $3 million incentive bonus. I can't help but wonder if the GM or the owner is like, look, if it's getting close, just put Williams on the bench. Or, Evans on the bench, rather. We don't need this dude taking $3 million of our money. But I love the fact that they went out there and got him a catch on the last play, and he was able to get his 1,000-yard mark. It's his 10th straight season at 1,000 yards. Just absolutely incredible consistency. And 1 year shy of Jerry Rice for the most in NFL history. So, as we talked about earlier in the week, a quiet, sneaky Hall of Fame career continuing in Tampa, and a $3 million bonus to boot.
I got a champ. I really can't think of a chump. But, yeah, I said I was out and about this morning, driving around, doing live shots, kind of showing people where they need to stay away from. And I came across a busy intersection at Park Plaza Mall, Justin, University of Markham. Saw a guy on a pickup truck. He was stuck. Hero comes to his need, and another pickup truck, the first guy only had two-wheel drive, hooks up the chain. This is all caught on live TV. Pulls him out of safety, but unfortunately his bumper fell off whenever he hooked it up. He yanked the whole bumper off with bad news. But I have to give him a champ for at least trying to get this guy unstuck. He eventually got it by pushing him out. But now, how do you have that conversation? Like, hey, you want to throw me a couple spare dollars so I can fix my car now? Or
How about you learn how to hook up a chain to your car if you're going to pull somebody? How about that? You don't tie it up to the bumper, you dumb. Even I know that. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, well, it's tough. Oh, well. He tried
to get it on the frame. Yeah. Justin, DJ 100% is the only person ever to have chains on a Tesla. That is Drew in Little Rock saying that on D3 Auto Sales text line.
Hey, you got to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
You don't see too many people with chains on their tires, especially here.
I've never put chains on my tires in my entire life.
No?
Now, growing up, we had regular tires, and then during the winter, my parents would change out, and they put their snow tires on. So everybody in Iowa, like, growing up, they had their snow tires. Now we just have all-weather tires, and that's kind of a standard deal. But four-wheel drive is nice, though, especially in this heavy, wet snow. It's good to have.
Oh, it's a must. Every car I saw stuck, all of them were only two-wheel drive, rear or front. Every single one.
Didn't Pete Carroll say the Seattle Seahawks coaching opportunity was his dream job when he fled and abandoned the USC football program before the NCAA hammer dropped on them for violations? How quickly we forget. I don't think Pete Carroll wanted to leave Seattle. Seattle wanted Pete Carroll to leave Seattle, if I remember correctly.
Where do you think he was a better coach, USC or Seattle?
Well, outside of that one play on the pass that got intercepted that should have been a run to Marshawn, I think he's probably better at Seattle, but he was pretty darn good at USC, too. It's hard to argue. He's a Hall of Famer for sure.
Is he one of the only that has excelled at both?
Yeah, there's only a handful of guys that have won a Super Bowl and a championship.
Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer.
Yeah. I think that's right. Champs and Chumps brought to you today by Cash, our friends in downtown Little Rock. Again, I assume that they took the day off because of the weather. I tried to reach out to Rush Harding and see what the scoop is.
I think I saw Rush walking around.
Okay, well, if you see him, find out if they're open.
So I didn't go, Rush. I felt nervous.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
He's intimidating. 501-850-0265. You can call for a reservation because normally that's a great place to start your weekend on a Friday evening with that special someone, some friends, or by yourself. You can set up a special event there, too, up to 150 people in the space upstairs. CashLittleRock.com is the website, CACHE LittleRock.com. 501-850-0265 is the phone number. And, again, lunch and dinner, normally you can go and get Fried Chicken Friday. Today may be a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. We're going to give them a pass just like everybody else. But get in there and get some pork belly appetizer or some tuna wontons. Get in there and enjoy yourself, folks. It is Cash in downtown, free valet parking. And, boy, that'd be pretty nice to have right now, too. All right, we're back to wrap up our final hour of the week after the break.
Bills got you crying? Hire the Bankruptcy Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of bankruptcy beasts. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
ABC Supply presents Shannon Lynn, our favorite musicologist, when he joins Morning Mayhem. ABC Supply in North Little Rock, let's get your job done together. For location and product information, find them online at abcsupply.com.
Gathering Spaces is showing up and showing off. This is Pat Bradley for Whit Davis Loma Plus. You want paint that stands the test of time and color that stays true. Premium, high-hiding, and scrubbable Valspar Medallion paint goes on as easily as it cleans up to give your home's high-traffic areas the beautiful, lasting color they deserve. You can find Valspar paint at Whit Davis in Jacksonville, Sherwood, and Greenbrier. One coat coverage, maximum durability. Valspar paint.
Walt Coleman on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Kentucky Derby winner Sigma Supply with Mystic Dan, now a part of Brady Plus. If you're not using Sigma Supply, you got low-grade product, man.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz.
Folks at the Clinton National Airport have been working through the night to make sure travelers get where they need to be. Weather conditions at different airports led to just over 24 flight cancellations here. More than 50 passengers had to spend the night at the airport after flights from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport diverted to Little Rock. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders mobilized the Arkansas National Guard to assist with winter weather response. 140 guardsmen make up 28 teams that are now deployed across the state. Each team has 5 guardsmen and 2 Humvees, as well as communication equipment. They'll be helping Arkansas State Police take stranded drivers to safe areas until the roads are better. This is Sincere Tonsel from KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
We've got heavy snow showers to start out for your Friday, with highs today getting into the mid-30s. We'll see those snow showers turn to snow flurries as we go to this afternoon and evening, with lows tonight dropping into the teens. Anything that does melt will refreeze on the roads. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Christopher Pipkin.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. In his amazing book, Music, A Subversive History, Ted Gioia tells a funny story about bluesman John Lee Hooker, who was confronted by his lady during a show. Concerned that he was a little too generous with his affection toward other women, she walked up on the stage, took his guitar from him, and smashed it over his head. Afterwards, as he was asked what he thought about that, he deadpanned, "I'm glad I was playing my hollow body and not my electric guitar. Come on into one of Doubleby's 34 locations, where you'll never be hit over the head with a guitar. You will be greeted with the friendly, 'Welcome to Doubleby's.' And if there's something that you need, that we have, because Doubleby's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doubleby's."
This is David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Did you know that we also offer mobile diagnostic service and repair? Equipment broke down? The check engine light on? We will come to you with the latest computer software and expert technicians to repair your truck on the spot. If it does need to come to our shop, we will arrange to pick it up. Let Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer take care of all your service and repair needs at your place or ours. That's 501-568-2185.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because our Kansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Well, the new year is here, and you've always said, you know what, I really wish I could have just pain-free from my knees, my back, maybe even my shoulder. But you just never have done anything because you say it's too expensive. I don't want to go through surgery. I don't want to be out of work. Well, what if I told you there's a new option? Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments with no steroids, no drugs, and no surgery. Folks, this is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. People all over Central Arkansas are using QC Kinetics to heal their joint pain. Make 2025 the year that you live pain-free and get your life back. Do you want to learn more? Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. The consultation's free. Call QC Kinetics today.
There's nothing like this time of the year in Arkansas. Sweater weather, hunting season, playoffs, basketball season tipping off. Life is there to live. You know it. The Crain team knows it. So when you're looking for that perfect pre-owned vehicle, your Crain team has you covered. 4Runners, Tahoes, F-150s, and more. Shop thousands of pre-owned, all backed by the Crain commitment, including a love it or leave it exchange guarantee. Shop from the comfort of your home. Visit us today at crainteam.com.
Join the zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their game balls and jock straps on the zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for game balls and jock straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport this morning? While you're away, we're pampering your car. We can fix or replace your windshield, even help file the insurance claim. Imagine returning home to a car that has been washed and detailed, plus had an oil change, brake inspection, even a tire rotation. And if you return to a dead battery or a flat tire, we're there to get you back on the road. Fast, secure parking for less than municipal airport parking. Expressway airport parking, left of the airport entrance.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
Arkansas Marine Expo, Arkansas Marine Expo, Arkansas Marine Expo. It's happening today until 8 o'clock. 10 to 8 tomorrow, 10 to 5 on Sunday. The premier boat show in all of the natural state. It is downtown. It is at the State House Convention Center. And it is the place to be this weekend. So, again, if you are someone who is not getting out, don't be afraid to get out later this weekend. It'll be okay. It's going to be fine. TJ Williams made it. How hard can it be with his chained-up tires on his Tesla?
Experienced driver.
How'd you guys get around in Green Bay? Did you drive everywhere? Did you guys have cars sent for you? Or you had to ride a bike to practice sometimes, huh? Wasn't that a thing?
I was shocked. I mean, as much as it snowed in Green Bay, the roads were always clear. They handle snow a little bit different up there.
There ain't no doubt.
We do down here. They do a really good job. I'm not knocking what we do here. It's just, much more investment into that type of road equipment up there than here.
Josh, what's the temperature in the studio right now?
The studio gauge says 65 degrees.
God. You gotta get out of there, man. Can't have me
I'm doing great.
Catching pneumonia. You all right?
I'm hanging in there.
Josh has his hoodie on. You're not a coffee guy,
I'm about to put the hoodie over the hat over the hoodie.
Okay. Ooh. Are you a coffee guy or no?
No, I try to stay away from caffeine as much as possible.
I gotcha. Well, hot drinks, I guess, hot water.
You don't take any caffeine?
No, I take ADHD medication, so it's because it's a stimulant. Usually don't want to mix. I mixed coffee in that in college, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack a couple times.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
So I decided to go no on the caffeine.
Yeah, the same issue with cocaine back in the day.
Okay.
Gotta be careful.
What happens
when you
take that
it easy.
AD or whatever you just said?
ADHD?
Yeah, what happens when you take that?
Like, you mean with coffee or just in general?
No, what's it do to you?
I mean, it focuses you.
Does it?
Okay.
Come on.
I'm curious. I don't know. I mean, can I take one, or is that like illegal?
It'd be illegal. You need to be diagnosed. It is a controlled substance.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
DJ, you probably know 50 people that are on ADHD medicine.
Oh, really?
It's pretty common.
If you needed to lock in on a game of golf, like a round of golf.
Oh my God!
I would say for athletic events, that's actually one place where I did not notice it. Like if you took it, so you take it instant release, the fast acting stuff. Like 20, 30 minutes later, probably playing a sport's not the number one thing you'd want to be doing just because your heart rate's already up. You could do it, you'd be fine. But I would say it actually is pretty good for a workout. 3 or 4 hours after you take 20 milligrams of Adderall is not a bad time for a workout because you're not as hyped up as you were in the beginning, but you're still focused and you feel like you're locked in. Yeah, but not in a twitchy type way.
Did you take it when you went on dates before you and your lady got together, so you can be locked in?
No, that is. It, honestly, they say it well. They say it doesn't really help for that for the later part of the date.
Oh, is it anti-beneficial?
Yeah, that's. I think that's kind of the common the common. I don't know 100%, but I've read that some places.
Yeah, never really interested in all this.
Never had that experience before.
I'm leaned in. Yeah, okay.
DJ, do you feel like you're? People always say they're ADHD. Like everybody's like, I'm still ADHD. Like Justin Acri, not ADHD. If you were to tell you that he is, are you?
I'm all over the place. If you did a show with me for a month, you'd realize. Ask Christian, because I'll be like, hey, we're doing this, and then we come out of the break and I do something totally different. It's like, oh yeah, we were going to do that.
I don't know. You're incredibly detail oriented.
I am.
Yes,
but I also lack focus at times.
Yeah, I think we all do. Like you are. I mean, our show is the one where it's like we're going to do this out of the break, and then it's like we never get to it in the entire show. You all have a plan and stick to. Dude, you have a show rundown. We don't have that.
we do have a plan. We don't always execute to perfection. So
yeah, that's okay. You all generally stick to the plan.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think better than some. You're right. I thought it was hilarious this morning. I don't know if you were listening, DJ. You probably weren't. You were out there braving the cold. But Josh said to Baz, he goes, "Hey, Baz, could you let the listeners and me let us know what's going on the show today?" And I was like, "This is great communication going on that morning show of ours."
I'll tell you something about it, though. Baz, the one thing he told me, because I had a really difficult time in the beginning of producing that show. I would freak out and I would let stuff affect me, like, that happened earlier in the show. And one day he was just like, that Baz smile he gets. He goes, "Hey man, just let it go." And that's what I've had to do, is just kind of let stuff go, because they are, I always hated the fact that I didn't have a rundown. Now it doesn't bother me at all. And hey, I'll figure out who's on the show when the listeners figure out who's on the show. Hurts for planning, but that's just the way he rolls. And he's a man, so he's incredibly successful.
He's the guy. He's the Arkansas Broadcaster of the Year, for God's
sakes. Yeah, sports Broadcaster of the Year.
I want things done a certain way. I'm a perfectionist. I am pretty anal. I think you got to shoot for that, because if you just go for we'll do okay, and then you end up with a little bit less than that, then you start getting real sloppy, and I can't stand that. I'm pretty anal, and I get pretty pissed off when things don't go exactly the way I have them envisioned in my mind. And obviously, the one cool thing about radio versus when I worked in TV is you're not as reliant on other people. Not to say that I didn't work with great people, but you gotta hope that the audio guy's got his stuff right. The person rolling the tape is ready to go. The director's set. There's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that make TV work. With radio, it's really up to you and your co-host. And if you're running the board, it's really up to you to kind of direct traffic and make sure everything goes right. If it screws up, it's on you, which I always liked that. That was the most attractive thing to me about getting into radio full-time versus TV. Because it's like, if it sucks, it's on me, and if it's good, it's on me. So
I agree with that.
I like that.
So, if I don't buy it from you, could I?
DJ,
you don't need Adderall. DJ, you don't need anything. You're doing just fine.
Well, I think what DJ's expressing is I think what a lot of us would assume DJ feels is that this time of day, it'd be great to lock in, because I'm sure DJ, this last hour is like a bear for you.
Oh no, I lock in quite easy. I'm legit just curious about what it feels like. Yeah.
It's not like coffee. I wouldn't. It's hard to describe. It's like maybe it's like a coffee nap. If you woke up and you feel incredibly refreshed from a coffee nap.
Okay, we'll figure it out later.
Yes. All right, more drug talk later, but we got to get to the entertainment report.
That's right. Hold on. Let me.
See,
there you go.
See,
you had me. By the way, the reason why yesterday
5 more milligrams.
Yeah, the reason why everything went sideways yesterday is because you all have an entertainment and entertainment 2.
Oh.
Entertainment 2.
Well, where do you normally start?
Okay, you know what? I was going from the bottom clips. Okay, so hold on. Where is
entertainment?
I'm on entertainment. I'm on there. How is it?
Upper left corner. Click it.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, I got 52 stories here. I'm going to do about 3 of them, and then we're going to do the Shane Gillis thing because Josh put it together, and I think it's really entertaining, and I don't want to miss out on it. And then we're going to do birthdays, and we're going to get out of here. Ryan, at least you guys are going to finish off. They told me I'm like, what's late checkout? And they're like, we can do 1:30. I'm like, 1:30? Like, you can't let me stay till 2? She's like, 1:30.
Get that room turned over.
I know. But I was like, if I can stay till 1:30, why can't I just stay till 2?
Yeah.
I can call them from the car ride.
I bet you could stay till 2. You'll be just fine. They're going to kick you out?
Well, they're going to charge you for an extra day.
That would be.
Yeah. I can't have that. Yeah, me getting dragged out of the room on video stream would be funny. Post Malone's in the news. He should have been my champ this week. He made this woman named Renee Brown's Christmas. He gave her a $20,000 tip. We talked about this earlier in the week. It was at a Houston, Texas dive bar, the Rail Yard. He was with some friends, including Shabuzi. It's your dude. Single mothers underlined in an interview with Music Mayhem magazine just how much his gesture meant. Going into work Christmas Eve, I was so sad I had to leave my baby girl to go to work, oblivious that God would send me a Christmas miracle. This is hands down the most humble, personable celebrity I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He changed my life on Christmas Eve, and I will forever be grateful. Thank you so much, she says. That's pretty neat. Love that. Who's the most humble celebrity you ever met, DJ?
Vera Wang.
Vera Wang?
Yeah,
okay. She
was real cool.
Where'd you meet her?
In New York. We were up for some. I was at I was doing something, and she was there with me because she created the costume, I guess, for the figure skater, Evan Lasky, who won gold that year. So we hung out. She took us out.
Who were you doing?
I was up for an award.
Okay, Mr. Humble, you can tell us that.
Yeah, I was going up against him and a few other people, and he ended up winning. But
Who?
Evan Lasky, the guy who won the gold medal for figure skating in the Olympics.
What were you up against? What was this, like Man of the Year, or what was it for?
It was Amateur Athlete of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in New York for that. It was a Sullivan Award, I believe.
Where did Vera Wang take you guys for dinner?
She, not dinner, took us out for drinks, but she didn't pay. And I was like, God.
LOL.
She was like, let's all go hang out, do this thing. And I was like, yeah, it was so cool. I honestly didn't know who she was at first. It was my sister was freaking out. She was like, do you know who that is? And then I figured out she was like the wedding dress, goddess.
Design queen.
And so, went to this really fancy place. And I told my sister, go get around. I'm feeling it. And she said, she came back with the, before she ordered, because she asked how much. Shots in New York, bro.
Dude.
It's unreal. And this was
it's nuts.
12 years ago. It was about $25 a shot. Wow. I didn't get them. I said,
who paid for them?
Huh? No,
who paid for them?
My sister's real smart. Before she ordered like 10 shots, she asked how much first, and she came back and told me. And I said, just get 2 for you and me. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
I didn't have it like that. That was before I got drafted. I just asked for shots of tequila.
Did Vera Wang invite you all there?
Yeah, I know, right? She should have paid, right?
It's like, amateur athletes, go ahead and flip the bill. Like what?
Yeah. Now amateur athletes probably have more money than Vera Wang.
That's
but
true.
At the time,
that's true.
I think it was more of like, hey, I know this spot. We're gonna go hang out. Y'all can come. It wasn't like y'all come. It's on me, So
yeah. Gotcha. Still should have been. Dak Shepard doesn't let anything stand in the way of Sunday Night Football, even the Golden Globes. His wife called her husband out for watching the Lions and Vikings game on his phone at the Golden Globes. She took a picture of him watching his phone. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's awesome, and I wonder how much stuff like that actually happens. But I like the fact that he seems like a normal dude. And so, whatever. That dude's yoked, too. I saw them in a commercial together the other day. Dak Shepard is yoked, buddy.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
Is he getting ready for a new role?
Well, the big thing for him is he got sober, and this happened with Tim McGraw, too. Like, you quit being an alcoholic, and then you're obsessive about something else. Well, he's obsessive about working out. See, me, I like to be obsessive about working out and drinking, but not everybody can do that, DJ. Some people have to have a little balance in their life.
He looks like a different person.
He's a monster,
yeah,
Josh.
He looks gigantic.
Do you think?
I gotta see this.
But do you think he could beat Clarissa Shields in a fight?
Yeah, I love his chances. Man hit hard, man drop woman.
Can I have that? Can I have a little more music, please?
Sure, of course you can.
The second one over in the top
I got it.
Okay, just checking. John Chu would love to tell you about the Britney Spears biopic he's working on. But speaking to Billboard on the red carpet Sunday night at the Golden Globes, the Wicked director said for now he can't say much. I really can't talk about it yet. He says, I'm a big fan of Britney. I've been a fan since I was young, and she was young, and she was one of 12 acts at the Shrine Auditorium. So I want to do her justice and tell her story right, but we'll see. We're developing it now, and it's a long road ahead. There's no way we're going to get the actual scoop as to where that mental break happened, how things got so weird, but God, would I love to know the real story of Britney Spears and how it got to this point.
Would you like to read about it, or do you want to watch
I'd like to see
it
a
play out?
documentary, yeah. I mean, either one, but I'd like to know the real story, Josh, because I don't think anybody really knows.
I like the oral history of how Britney went crazy, or how things happened.
I need legitimate, though. I want a legitimized story.
Does she live by herself?
Oh, no.
I don't really know what she's
doing. Somebody need to take her phone.
Buddy, listen.
Them videos she be posting.
DJ, we were all like, conservatorship, free Britney, and now we're like, she might need another conservatorship. Yeah, she's got issues. Anyway, but you know what? It's her life to live. God bless her. All right, real quick, couple things, and then we're going to do this Shane Gillis thing. Billy Joel and Rod Stewart have announced Yankee Stadium show, according to my information. So apparently Billy Joel is going on tour. He's on tour now. He's actually going to be in Florida in a week, in Hollywood, Florida. Then Indianapolis, Uncasville at the Mohegan Sun. They're going all over the place. But anyway, he's got different acts coming with him. So he's got Sting at most of the shows. So you can check out the tour if you want to try to check these two guys. I mean, Sting and Billy Joel together would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not a Billy Joel guy, but I would actually see that.
I want to see him before he's dead. I felt the same way about Tom Petty. Luckily for me, he played twice at Simmons Bank Arena in like a little over a year, and so I saw him both times, and he died not long after that, so I'm so glad I went to see him. He's playing on August 8th with Stevie Nicks at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Rod Stewart is the new one, and he's doing 2 dates with him, one in Pittsburgh, one in New York at Yankee Stadium, so I think that's pretty awesome.
Have you seen Stevie Nicks? Did you go when she was here?
I did not.
She was tremendous.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I don't know that I would make it a point to go see her, but if she was on a bill with him, I would definitely do it. But I'm sure she's awesome.
Yeah, she was.
All right, let's do birthdays. 661-1037, 501-661-1037. It's brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub, downtown North Little Rock, both of them, and they are downtown and North Little Rock, not downtown North Little Rock. And we actually have a gift card from Brewski's for the winner today at 501-661-1037. Head-to-head, here we go. Let's get it on.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
See, this is where my ADD comes in because I was supposed to do the Shane Gillis versus Saban thing first, but we're going to do birthdays now, and then we'll do that, and then I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go players from the Himalayas at 501-661-1037. You're going to get it back outside at some point, or if you're listening and you live downtown, you're going to want a gift card because you can walk over to Brewski's, or if you live in North Little Rock around Lakewood Village, you can zip over to their North Little Rock location.
Just to make sure I know what I'm getting into, I'm playing against a guy that's already went through birthdays today, right?
Dude, I didn't listen.
Oh, okay.
It's people I don't know.
Okay. All right, cool.
You do know, I don't know. It's not the best day.
I saw it earlier because I did like the big website where it's like movies and TV people. That's what I looked for first. Was not a good day.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. And one of the people the guys mentioned this morning, I don't even remember now, and it was oh yeah, I do. He's dead. It's Jim Croce. On this day in 1958, while we line up callers, "Great Balls of Fire" by Jerry Lee Lewis was released. It reached number one on the pop charts in the UK. What? You don't like that song?
That was what that,
oh, yeah.
I told you? Yeah.
So you showed it to me. One of the pageant girls played it at the Miss America pageant, and it was awful.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of those women have incredible talents, but like DJ's point is, if you're not great at something, don't do that. Do something else.
Yeah. January
10th, 1999, The Sopranos debuted on HBO. So pretty big day back in 99. January 10th of 2018, Jeff Bezos became the second man worth over $100 billion as his wealth rose to $106 billion due to a rise in Amazon's share price. I've been worried about him, so I'm glad that he's doing okay.
Did cancer or something?
All right. No, I was just worried about his money. I'm just kidding. I was being sarcastic. All right, who we got, Josh?
John Mark.
John Mark's with Josh. Can I get one more player? 661-1037. 501-661-1037.
See?
Can I get one more player? One more player for birthday trivia? Chop, chop. Let's go. And John Mark, you're the winner. Here we go, guys, just for fun. It's not a great day anyway. John Mark, sometimes it just pays to be first. All right, this woman's a singer. Love is a Battlefield. Hit me with your best shot. Heartbreaker. She is, of course,
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. That's right, DJ. Very good. Close enough. How old is she?
Oh, 72.
She is. Bingo, bango. Well done.
Whoa.
All right, next up, this guy's a singer. He is he's from England. He sings songs like Maggie May and
Ed Sheeran.
No, he's a little more seasoned than Ed Sheeran.
Paul McCartney.
No. If you don't know Maggie May, you
there's
probably
a lot of British singers.
Give me a little more.
I gave you a song.
I don't know what that song is.
Well, you know, if you knew him, you would know it.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm trying to find like his best.
I don't know who
his
Pat
top
Benatar
hits.
is. I got no idea who that is.
You don't?
Yeah, who's Pat Benatar? If you asked me a boy or girl, I just said boy.
Come on, one more.
No. Obviously. Let's see here.
Must not be
Tour
that good.
No, he is great. He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer.
You don't know his name. Hall of Famer. Don't know his name.
I know his name. I'm just not telling you what it is.
Oh.
All right, yeah, I want another song.
Okay. You're in my heart. Hot Legs.
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. See, DJ, I knew you could do it.
There we go.
Who's helping you? Chuck. Shut up, Chuck. All right, how old
He texted me the answer, too. He told both of us the answer.
Okay, how old's Rod Stewart?
Oh, I don't know.
Guess.
80.
Okay, 80. Bingo, bango. Good job, Josh. This guy's a former boxer. Josh, you being the the genius you are about combat sports should know. He won the heavyweight title back in the day, and then shockingly won it again 20 years later by knocking out Michael Moorer.
Was it Sonny Liston? Not Sonny Liston.
George Foreman's right,
George
DJ.
Foreman,
Good job.
yeah.
Oh, who's the expert now on the old combat sports? How old's George, the grill maker, Foreman? Josh?
72?
Nah.
73?
DJ, you're the real combat sports genius around here. And last but not least, one of the best nicknames in NBA history, the Big Dog, is celebrating today. The former Purdue star who played for the Bucks, the Hawks, the Sixers, the Spurs, and his son, also an NBA player.
The Big Dog.
The Big Dog. Played at Purdue. Happy birthday, Glenn Robinson. Glenn Robinson's birthday today. All right. Let's get in the Shane Gillis thing quick, Josh, and then we're going to move on and get another guest over at the Arkansas Marine Expo going on through 8 o'clock tonight, 10 to 8 tomorrow, 10 to 6. Or 10 to 5 on Sunday. Not trying to make you stay late there, Ken. All right, Shane Gillis and Nick Saban, they invited Shane Gillis, who, by the way, is a devout Notre Dame fan, onto the set. And he was having a little goof with Pat McAfee and company before they got on set. Then they got on set, and he and Saban had a little tit for tat. Now, the guys told him that he and Saban were just giving each other a hard time. He thought Saban might have actually been upset about it, and he came to find out the truth behind it all. But here are the exchanges on the game day or off the game day set, then on the game day set first.
I don't know. This is, it's always with Notre Dame. It's like, here's the big game. Let's hopefully win it. This feels different. Feels like we can win it. Okay. There's some parity now that everybody can pay their players. Notre Dame has a shot. It's not just the SEC. It's not Coach Saban.
You called him a cheater earlier.
I was just joking around. I don't think the SEC paid players ever.
Period.
Right? I'm joking. Are we not? Is this not a fun show?
No fun.
Serious show?
Serious football.
Like Alabama Jones is very serious.
No, I'm not serious.
Get the whip, Indy.
I do believe in integrity. I always tried to run the program that way so players had a better chance to be successful in life.
I agree.
We make more money in the NFL than any other school, 61 players in the league. That was how we cheated. We developed players. We recruited.
For real, I'm so sorry.
That's
why I spazzed and talked
Hang on a second. Hang on. So that was the exchange. Now Shane Gillis, weeks later, goes on a podcast and gives the backstory. So it seemed like it was all good-natured ribbing. Apparently there was more to the story.
That's why I spazzed and talked on Saban, because he was like, "What do you think about the game?" And I was like, "I don't know. Nick Saban cheated." It was just a full spaz.
It was so good, though.
I mean, I'd like to explain that because that was after I said that. We had to go into the stadium to sit at the desk. Then I got in there, and right before we go on, he looks at me and he's like, "I heard what you said." And I was like, "Holy!" And then Herb Street and McAfee were like, "He's just breaking your balls, dude. He loves messing with guys. Like, he's literally just." I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll with him back." I would have never done that if I thought he was serious.
Yeah.
But they told me he was around, so I started with him. And then as soon as we get done, I tell Herb Street and McAfee, I'm like, "Bro, he was definitely serious." And they were like, "No way he was serious. Go talk to him." So I went up to him after news, like, "You think the SEC dominated because we cheated? That's bullshit." And he spazzed on me.
Were you helping him down?
But then, so he was still on the stage and I was on the field. So after he yelled at me, I had to help him down. And he looked around to see if anybody else could help him, but I had to help him down.
I think it's hilarious. I love it. And I love Shane Gillis, and I think he's awesome, and I love that he gave Nick a hard time, and I like that Nick got his undies in a bundle. I thought that was good stuff. So there you go. TJ's got a guest coming up, I can tell. He is at the Arkansas Marine Expo. We are going to hit our break. We are going to come back with that. And there's some NFL sound. Do not forget. Josh got to help DJ stay on track because you got the help of the Adderall, and he doesn't. So
right. I think it might be just drug corner for the next 30 minutes when you're gone. So.
Oh, I see Ken and I see someone else. It's so exciting. Stay tuned. There's much more coming up in the zone. Live from the Arkansas Marine Expo again till 8 o'clock today, 10 to 8 tomorrow, 10 to 5 on Sunday. Plenty of chances to go get the boat of your dreams. Come on down. Even Chuck Gatlin made the trip, for God's sakes, folks. Go see him down there. Good times. Chuck, you're a cheater. You're a cheater, you are. Stay tuned.
Hit the shore cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys in Kanai. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
This is Sports Center.
Penn State and Notre Dame deliver in semifinal number 1 of the first 12-team expanded playoff. It was a 27-24 victory for the Irish in Miami at the Orange Bowl. It was Mitch Jeter with less than 10 seconds left who hit a 40-yard field goal to put the Irish up for good and give them that 27-24 victory. Notre Dame will make their first appearance in the national championship game since the 2013 national title against Alabama. Their opponent will be settled tonight when Ohio State meets Texas in the Cotton Bowl at 6:30 on ESPN. Ohio State is a 6-point favorite. Also in football news, the LA Rams and Vikings playoff game that will take place on Monday night is being moved from Los Angeles to Arizona due to the wildfires. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acri and David Wanjanati every Saturday morning at 11. Oaklawn Race Day is your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action and Arkansas source for racing news and analysis. Oaklawn Race Day, presented by Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Rock and Roll Sushi presents the Zone's Rock and Roll Challenge. Every Wednesday, Chris and Justin will spin the wheel of rock and roll knowledge and give you a chance to win a $20 Rock and Roll Sushi gift card. The Rock and Roll Challenge on the Zone is presented by Rock and Roll Sushi.
Winter is here. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely. From Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by a Point S, Arkansas store today. Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Or online at pointstire.com.
Hello, this is Justin Acri. If foot or ankle pain is slowing you down, it's time to visit the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for foot and ankle issues. From common problems to more serious conditions, they're here to get you back on your feet, literally. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
The Zone will be on location Tuesday, broadcasting live from the all-new Reliance Bank location on West Carpenter Road in Benton. Hear from Benton Mayor Tom Farmer and other special guests. It's Tuesday starting at 10 on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. Want to argue with us about something? Text us on our D3 Auto Sales text line or message us on the True Service Credit Union. Live fan feedback, but be warned.
Play with matches, you get burned.
I grew from monkey into man.
All right, welcome back in as Justin just got kicked out of his hotel room. It's going to be me and Josh back in studio. But we got some guests here. We're here at the Marine Expo State House Convention Center. Yes, it is still going on. Head on down right now. No better time to buy a boat. You can hear me talk about it for the next 30 minutes, or we can just turn it over to the people who are going to be here to make sure they put that boat into your hands in life and probably make your life a little bit better. We got Ken Griffey joining us once again, and Tony Hodge. He's with Futrell, right? Am I saying that right? No, I guess I should turn y'all's mics on. Yeah, and so yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Convention's still open, and Ken, I'll start with you once again. Back at it again. I know the weather isn't the best idea or didn't turn out for the best scenario, but still, people can come in here and take advantage from today until when?
Yeah, no question. So we're here till 8 o'clock tonight. So we invite the folks to safely come down and to get a little taste of summer right here at the State House Convention Center. We're also here all day tomorrow, 10 to 8, and then Sunday 10 to 5. Weather's going to be improving. We're getting above freezing. They're doing a great job. You know, a tip of the hat to the city of Little Rock for clearing the streets, so the main thoroughfares are great. So, folks, look, if you're looking for a boat this year, you know, this is why we have the boat shows in January. You know, the manufacturers are supporting the dealers. The deals are fantastic. The rebates, the incentives, the manufacturers supporting all of this. So, if you're looking for a boat this year, the inventory is available to you right now at a great price. So this gives you the opportunity to come inside and even go from dealer to dealer to dealer, you know, comparing prices, comparing boats and floor plans. So, folks, if you're looking to get into a boat this year, State House Convention Center is the place to be this weekend.
You talked about that. We're going to be open. You got a lot of vendors here. We got one here with us right now. Tony, talk about your company and what people can expect as they come out and look at your products.
Well, we're Future Marine.
Hold on, I think that. Can you pull that mic a little bit closer to your? There you go.
We're Future Marine.
Hold on 1 second. Here, the mic's not working. We're having troubles with that mic. There we go. We'll get you set up, Ken. All right, one more time for the good time, Tony.
All right, hey DJ, we're Future Marine. We have 5 locations in Arkansas. We started in Nashville, Arkansas, 78 years ago.
Yep.
We have Cobalt. We have Chris Craft.
Yep.
We got Bennington Barletta.
Uh-huh.
We carry Icon bass boats. We carry Reaper duck boats. We carry all-well boats. We carry War Eagle. We carry Supra Movement, our Northwest Arkansas store, which is in Rogers. And in our other locations, we carry Mastercraft. So we have a great lineup. We've got a good representation here at the Marine Expo of everything but the Super Movement line.
Yep.
But we have everything else here, and we encourage people to come down, like Ken was saying. Now's the best time to buy. You get discounts from the dealer. You get discounts from the manufacturers. You get discounts from the finance institutions that are not available any other time of the year. Also have extended warranties that the motor companies are giving right now. Some of our engines are 5 to 8 years warranty. They're free. That's usually just a 3-year warranty. So now is definitely the best time to buy. Whether you come in and buy something that I got in inventory, which I have an extensive inventory, but also if you want to custom order one, now's the time to do it. If you want to get it in here by spring, you need to come in and get that done now.
You talked about Cobalt. If you're looking at the stream right now, right behind them. Now, I don't know how many friends you got in your world, but if you have a friend who goes by the name Money Guy, this may be the boat for him. So this is a nice little jewel you got here. I looked at the price tag, about $500,000. Now, obviously, you're going to have boats with a range of all different prices, but tell us what we're looking at right now.
Right there, you're looking at the new R33 Surf Cobalt. That is the biggest surf boat that Cobalt builds. It's 33 foot, has a 10.5-inch beam. Dry weight is 11,000 pounds. It has 760 horsepower of engine in it. It has twin 380s. And, it is just a Cobalt quality. And if you know Cobalt, you know what it is. But, man, it's just a beautiful work of nautical art is exactly what it is. It is just super, super special. And when we have that boat, and then we have them all the way down. We have some Cobalts here that are 23 feet and some 22 feet that are 80,000.
Yeah.
So, they're very, difference in prices range up.
You just said a whole bunch of stuff. I'd probably have to run that back. Could you say that about just about every boat you got over there?
They're a great value. That's one thing I can tell you for sure. They're a bargain. Yeah. You folks looking for a deal, you got to get down here. We got some snow deals going.
Now, a lot of people want to know what they're getting into, and I've seen y'all have done a good job right now. If a lot of people are listening right now, go on social media. Tell a lot of our vendors right now they're doing a great job going live on their social media platforms, kind of giving people an idea and shopping from home. So hopefully when things clear up and they feel more comfortable to come out, they can do it maybe Saturday or Sunday. But still, once again, I still think it's a good opportunity for people to come out here, especially if you have four-wheel drive vehicles. You shouldn't have a problem heading out to the convention center. But once again, talk about we got a giveaway too as well, right?
Yeah, we sure do. We're going to make somebody a happy camper this weekend. So we're giving away a 2025 Sea-Doo Spark.
It's valued at $10,000. There's no purchase necessary. We just want to say thank you to the consumers for coming and supporting Marine Expo for 43 years. And so just drop your name in the hopper. We'll draw for that prize Sunday night and award them that great brand new Sea-Doo.
I love it, too. And ticket prices to get in here?
You bet. Admission is $10. Kids 12 and under free.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're going to get cabin fever sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
Kids are out of school. Guys, come on down here. We've got 100,000 square feet full of boats and vendors. You're going to have a great experience, and I guess you're going to wear the kids out in the process, too.
Yeah. Hey, before I let y'all go, Tony, if somebody just said, I got to do it and pull the trigger on this Cobalt right behind me, if they want to come down here right now and leave with that boat, is that possible? Or is it a little tricky?
For
That's
that
a
boat,
big
no,
one.
it's possible. We'll make it happen. That's
Oh, wow.
I do want to say this.
He's
though.
a true salesman.
Yeah.
That's right.
I do want to say this, DJ. You just hit on it. If somebody's in and they want to get out, if they will reach out to us through our Facebook page or probably any other vendor in the building, and they want to take a look, we'll be glad to do a video walkthrough, Facebook Live, just like they're sitting here. All they need to do is reach out to us. If they don't want to get out, just reach out to us. We'll be glad to work with them via social media, via messaging, however they want to do it. We'll be glad to.
You said all vendors here are doing that. You want to run through the list real quick while our people are listening?
Yeah, you bet. So we have Bradford Marine and ATV. We have Lacey's Boating Center. We have Future Marine. We have Sunrise Marine. We have Brooks Marine. We have Get Outdoors, and we have Greg Orr Marine. So we have the top dealers in the state of Arkansas, all under one roof, and that's the key, folks. Getting in your car and having to drive all over the state, and that's gonna get in your pocket a bit. But for $10, you can come in here. More importantly, you can establish a relationship with these dealers, because you need service after the sale, and you're going to need the support of these dealers long after you buy your boat. Got them all under one roof. Come on in, folks, and I guarantee you're going to have a great experience.
Awesome. You just heard all those vendors, and once again, Tony's going to be with Futural, and they're going to be here until 8 o'clock. What time do y'all close down Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday 10 to 5.
Okay, 5 o'clock.
Yep. So, folks, if you need to head on to church, come on afterwards.
There we go.
We'll be here till 5.
I like it. Gentlemen, thank y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all coming on.
See you at the show.
Right, yeah, see you at the show. Look at that. Having a good time here. All right, Josh, you said
DJ.
Wes back in studio?
He's going to join us here in a second, but we're going to do some NFL sound. We've got some Arkansas news. Some Arkansas football news.
Wait, are you asking me a question?
No, I just wanted to make sure you were not you were not listening to me, but you were talking to them, so it's all good. So we have some Arkansas football news.
All right, what do we got?
So do you remember running back? Let's see, AJ Green, I believe,
yes.
Right? He is. This is interesting, right? He was on scholarship, I believe, as a running back. Yeah, he's joining the team. He's rejoining the team as a walk-on, and he's expected to play defensive back.
Wow.
Yep, that is coming from, I believe, Danny West and others. Danny West, that's just where I saw it. I don't know who had it first.
So if anybody missed that, former Razorback running back A.J. Green, you may remember him having some very impressive runs. I can think of one off the top of my head at Texas A&M where it seems like he broke maybe 5-6 tackles going in for a touchdown in Jerry World. Left the team. He transferred. Was it Oklahoma State? Am I making that up?
I think he was. Yeah, I think it was Oklahoma State. He must not have signed anything.
Yeah, and I guess he entered the portal, and he said he's returning back to Arkansas.
You know what's funny, DJ? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On his ESPN page, he is in a Oklahoma State jersey. He has not played a single game for Oklahoma State. Under stats, 3 years at Arkansas, but he's wearing his orange Cowboys jersey. And, 312 yards and 2 scores this year, and then also caught a touchdown as well.
So coming back, allegedly, I'm assuming, as a walk-on to play defensive back for the Razorbacks.
Yes. No. So a couple of reasons why I like this. Number one, this doesn't count to your scholarship count, which is pretty nice. Number two, we'll see if he sticks at DB. I think he wasn't a bad running back. And so,
really good. Yeah, he was a really good option.
I don't know if they have a ton of depth at running back at this point in time. I mean, I know Braylon Russell figures to be the guy. I think, is Rashad Dubinion back?
No, Rashad Dubinion is at App State.
App State,
with
really?
Al Loggins. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm trying to think about who. We're so far removed now, which is it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks. But the running back room, it's
It's Braylon Russell.
Yes.
That's what it looks like right now. And so, no, that would be nice to have somebody come back, be an option. Very shocked about the whole defensive back thing. And this is something that is interesting with the whole NIL thing is, a lot of players can come back and be walk-on players but still get paid via NIL. But I don't know how much money they're dropping on an A.J. Green who didn't do much last year and apparently going to try a new position. I mean, I'm assuming whoever the power is that be of deciding where those funds go for in the NIL, hopefully a lot's not going towards that, you would assume, right?
Yeah, I would not. I would also wonder, did somebody, I don't know, you know this better than me, did somebody tell him that he might have a shot at playing professionally if he switches positions and defensive back's the way to go? And, I mean, maybe Arkansas said, okay, we'll bring you back, you can play DB, but you have to walk on because we're not going to use a scholarship on a running back who wants to play defensive back.
That's the only thing that makes sense is why he would switch positions and go to a school not even on scholarship if he thinks that's his best shot to get some type of tape and film. Obviously, with the there's still a lot of question marks in our secondary. I know we got a lot of guys coming in through the portal, but in my opinion, they're question mark guys. And a lot's going to play out. So it could be a competitive DB room in the offseason. And, hey, if it pans out, that'd be awesome. We know he's athletic. He's not the biggest back, but no. I would say he is the size of a very quick and agile DB. I think he would have to lose a little weight to keep up. He was a thicker running back, if I recall. You don't see too many DBs with that type of build. And but, yeah, it's a lot different when you go from somebody trying to break tackles to then tackle. So, I don't know. That's something to kind of keep an eye on. I'm very interested.
He's got spring practice, right? He'll go through spring practice. Odds are halfway through fall camp, our guy is back in the running back room.
I would agree with you. All right, I think I hear the music playing. Let's go ahead and get to our final break of the zone. When we come back, we'll take a couple looks or at least listen to some sound from some NFL clips, and I think Wes Moore will be in studio as well.
You won't get out the county 'cause you're dead and free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport, business travelers park fast at Expressway Airport parking. As you park, our shuttle picks you up, and a 60-second ride later, you're at the airport. Download our app and earn rewards. Simply scan the virtual gate pass to enter and scan again to exit. No waiting, and your receipt is emailed to you. Pay less than municipal airport parking at Expressway Airport parking, left of the airport entrance, next to the Comfort Inn.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscrainhyundai.com.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to HIMSS.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to HIMSS.com/joy.
Listen to Out of Bounds every day to hear about what's trending on social media and whether listeners agree or disagree. Engaging conversations about engaging topics. Sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansans with great-tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA. That's 833-886-5282. Call today.
Craig O'Neill here with one more word about the holidays. On behalf of everyone at Petit Jean Meats, Thank you for making this one of the best Christmases in the almost 100-year history of Petit Jean. Hams and gift boxes went coast to coast. More people nationwide discovered what we in Arkansas have known for a long time. There is nothing like that hickory smoke flavor. So, thank you, Arkansas. Thank you, America. Petit Jean meat. Oh, you'll taste the difference.
You're back in the zone. You never know when DJ Williams will tell us a story about his playing days.
I made a mistake one time and said something just goofing around, and the reporter took it serious. What was it? Wrestling cows in the off-season for training.
Oh, that's amazing.
I took it seriously.
Yeah, the second year at Green Bay. And he noticed, and I really did put in the work. He said, man, this off-season, you can tell you've really been doing big things. What have you done in off-season? I've been doing wrestling cows back in Arkansas.
Let's see if we can get one today.
Well, you said that? That's a real thing. I was going to play a Russell Wilson clip here, but what?
Oh, you haven't heard of that?
No, I didn't hear that.
No. We've talked about it too many times now.
Okay, well.
I'll shoot you an article.
That's fine. You don't have to do that. I'll do my own reading, DJ.
I got you. All right, what you got for us? Some clips, NFL clips?
Well, you know what? I'll go, kick rocks. Here's Russell Wilson.
I just always think about the moment, and I'm not really worried about down the road or anything like that. I always think about just the moments and being in the moment of today's practice, being in the moment of this game that we have, and that always handles itself. I'm excited about that, the opportunity to play in the playoffs and play with these guys. That's where my focus is.
You buying him? Is he locked back in? We're gonna get Russell Wilson of old in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's just old. It's like.
You think he is old?
I mean, I think he's. You guys get old. I watched them when they played the Commanders this year, and I've watched a good amount of the Steelers. But he was on fire against the Commanders late. He was really, really strong. Yeah. But he's just not that consistent. And he had a couple years, DJ, where he was awesome. But when the Seahawks were at their best, he was an elite game manager. And then they paid him a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of money for other parts of the roster. The line sucked, and he was running around. And he looked like prime Mike Vick back there. And he's just old now. He's just a bit older. He's kind of transitioning to a different quarterback. But I do believe in when I think he's focused. I think obviously. And I think the Steelers' culture is pretty strong. So
you are right. He was one of the better elite game managers of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped having the Legion of Boom and Marshawn Lynch and, just studs all over the field and a great coach to boot. What else you got for us?
A little bit of Sean Payton on Bo Nix.
He's played in a lot of big games. And honestly, last week for him, for many guys, it was like a playoff game. So he's seasoned and he's been in big moments. And you know what? He's going to play in bigger games.
If it wasn't for Jaden Daniels, you would Rookie of the Year, no doubt.
Have to be, right? And, I guess you could make a case for Brian Thomas Jr. in Jacksonville, but they sucked. So, it's kind of hard to give it to a guy. But he was awesome. I do think Bo Nix had the benefit of a really nice defense. Wes Moore is here, by the way, DJ.
What's up? Yeah, what do you think, Wes? If you could pick one of those guys right now to start your team, who you taking, Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels.
No question.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
Easy
some
question.
People are high on Bo Nix. Clint Stoerner said right now he's arguably playing the best football of anybody right now.
Yeah, and it's nothing against Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. But I would just take Jaden Daniels. I like the bit. Well, I mean, Bo Nix has got a nice arm too. Daniels just a little bit more athletic. But it's not like Bo Nix is just a pocket passer. He can run around, and he does make plays. Two good quarterbacks.
What was our question of the day today? Do you remember, Josh?
Let's see. It was Ohio State or Texas, I believe. Scrolling back. The zone question of the day is, who are you rooting for in tonight's game between Texas and Ohio State?
Not who you think will win, but who are you rooting for?
Probably whoever I decide on betting. That's no doubt. Whoever I take.
Great point, Wes.
And I think, guys, I screwed up. I brought my wife's car because it's got 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't get my laptop or all my normal stuff for radio out of my car, and so all my notes. Lee Sterling was on yesterday. I can't remember what he said. I thought he thinks Texas is going to win outright. So anyway,
who are you rooting for, though?
Whoever I bet on. And that was the story. I can't remember what Lee Sterling, who he picked, and He's been awesome this year. Although he missed last night, he had the under, and it looked so good for 3 quarters. And then they blow up in the fourth quarter and scored, 31 combined points in the fourth quarter?
Who were you on last night?
I took
Penn State.
No, I took Notre Dame. Yeah,
I was on Penn State. I felt like the right side. Penn State felt like the right side.
I thought it was funny. We were talking about the reason everybody liked Penn State was the quarterback, and actually the quarterback cost them the game.
Was awful.
And it was Riley who played better and made some of the big plays.
Who's the winner out of this Ohio State-Texas game? Is that going to be your national champion?
No, I mean it could be.
If it's Ohio State, yes. If it's Texas, I'm not sure. I would lean Texas, but I would say Notre Dame could beat them.
Notre Dame's defense is solid, and Leonard Riley's just a gamer, man. That guy just makes plays.
Yeah.
He finds ways to win. That's a special team.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's a given. The winner of tonight's game is a national championship, but most likely, yeah, they'll be favored.
I know you don't have your notes, but do you happen to know what's going to be on your show coming up?
Oh, yeah. We got Steve Sullivan coming on. I guess. I got to call him. I think he's stuck at the house, too. Joe's calling in. He's stuck at the house. Steve Sullivan, hopefully. We've got Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen coming on with some things we got to get to with him. And then at 3 o'clock, Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, will join us. He has some picks for this weekend and NFL games. So we're going to be talking college football playoff, NFL games, Razorbacks taking on Florida. It's going to be a fun show. I'm excited to go.
Does Arkansas go 0-3 in conference?
You know, I said this yesterday. It sure looks like it, but typical Arkansas, they come out tomorrow and play a great game and beat Florida, and everybody's like, where the heck was this? If you'd have played like this against Ole Miss, you're 2-1. So I don't know. I would pick Florida to win this game because we haven't seen it yet from this team, and Florida's really good, and they're big and they rebound very well. They're just relentless on the offensive rebounds.
All right, well, that's going to be coming up on Out of Bounds. Don't forget, we got the Marine Expo here at the Convention Center. It is open now until 8 tonight. It'll last all weekend, wrapping up Sunday at 5 o'clock. $10 admission. Kids 12 and under get in free. Got a chance to win a CD, too. All you got to do is walk through the door, put your name in it. Doesn't even cost. Appreciate you, Josh. Have a great weekend. Wes, have fun in your show. Everyone, thank y'all. Be safe out there on the roads. Appreciate y'all listening to The Zone. But stick around. Out of Bounds. Up next.